What is a backlog? Join me and you will find out. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles and I am the host. Joining me today, we have the bald man, Biggie.
Thanks.
The other bald man, but with a bigger beard, Gadget.
Thanks.
The man with hair and no beard, Stig.
That's Candy.
And the female, the token woman, Candy.
Oh, thanks. Hello.
Really selling Candy's contribution there.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you
Yes.
tell that Oodles has no script this week?
I have not done a script this week, but what will happen in this show is we're going to do the Nexus, where we talk about what we've been up to this week, some interesting stuff coming up. We've got our main topic where we're talking about backlogs, which has got nothing to do with plumbing at all. And then we've got the green room, but before all that, guys.
What?
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
Yo, Emmy, let's kick it. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Biggie is back with my breaking news section. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like words daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chop like a candle. Updates, go rush to the podder booms. I'm giving you the facts, just like newsrooms. Deadly, when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gangway. You better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there is a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out my news and hear my host present it. New News Weekly.
Wow, that's amazing. You just single-handedly made up for Oodles not having a script.
I'm just trying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. Me and Biggie, we're just trying Gonzo Podcasting, aren't we, mate? We're just off the script. We're just crazy. We're mavericks.
Let's just do this shit.
Do we not have much news this week? So you're just, padding it out a little bit.
There's loads.
There's fucking loads.
You should have done the Scat Man.
Go on, Vanilla. Do it.
I'm a scat man. Okay, yeah, sorry. I got lost in the conversation there. What am I here for?
You were singing Scatman in your head, weren't you?
Yeah. First up, Jeff Keighley's Gamescom opening night live returns this August. He says excited to be back in Cologne with the fans and industry. After Jeff Keighley, the Summer Games Fest returns on the 8th of June. Keighley has dated his next big event, Gamescom Opening Night Live, which airs on the 22nd of August.
Were any of us surprised? A week after E3 confirmed to be off, Jeff's kind of slithering his way through the calendar.
I like him.
Got terrible taste in shoes.
I like him because he's a creep. It's funny. It's funny.
He does have perv on the intern energy about him, doesn't he?
Absolute pervert.
No, I get terrible flirt energy. Like he'll be the one at the bar trying his luck and just
before the end of his career, he's going to get cancelled for something inappropriate at work. I'm telling you now. Nailed them. You heard it here first. Next.
Vampire Survivors was the surprise winner of Best Game at the BAFTA Game Awards, beating the likes of Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok. Ragnarok remained the biggest winner of the night, awarded with 6 wins at the 15 nominations it received. Vampire Survivors also won the award for game design. Ragnarok got animation, audio achievement, music, both supporting and lead performer awards, and the public voted EE Game of the Year. Elden Ring won the awards for the multiplayer and original property.
Multiplayer?
Yeah, there's multiplayer in Elden Ring.
I know, but
is it the best multiplayer game that came out this year?
I wouldn't have said so.
Surely not.
I mean, I also wouldn't have said, I love Vampire Survivors, but I wouldn't have said it was the game of last year. And I certainly wouldn't think it should win a game award for game design. You are one character with one control moving around, trying not to die.
Isn't
It's
it just
addictive.
like I've cleared it? I've finished it on my phone. I played the phone, but it's just like Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Nothing
Just
new.
the simplicity of it.
Yeah, I loved it. It's not Game of the Year.
Was it nominated for Game of the Year at any of the other award shows? Because I don't even remember
Nope.
seeing it on any lists.
Now the game of the years have been shared pretty well between Elden Ring and Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But like direct art direction, someone I'd get it to Stray or something that were a bit different.
Yeah.
So I really like Stray. That were really like poignant and maybe even story for Stray. Who knows? Fair enough. Next.
Valve has considered The Last of Us Part 1 for the Steam Deck unsupported, stated the company's working on improvements.
That
wonder
port,
why.
That port is the gift that just keeps on giving, isn't it?
I kind of want to play.
Yep.
I want to get a Steam Deck just to play that part.
I think Naughty Dog have put out like
It'd be
2
fun.
updates this week, and none of them have fixed it.
I think it'd be fun knowing that characters can just like bend and stuff.
Or that they suddenly become wet.
Yeah, wet character mode. I kind of
It might be another-
It.
Arkham Knight, where they actually have to pull it completely and fix it and then put it back out.
Yeah, because Arkham Knight was like, a year after it came out on the consoles that they actually got the PC port going. By then, PC players didn't give a shit.
Same team.
Yep.
I know it's the same team.
It's
yeah.
the
Yeah, I
same
know.
team.
The worst
Why
thing
did
about
they
it, it's
pick
the
'em?
same fucking team.
Former Sony director Phil Harrison is now a former Google employee as well, apparently departing the company at around the time the ill-fated Stadia was shut down in January.
I mean, they're not going to keep him on after they get rid of his job, so yeah.
Yeah.
They brought him on to
You
run
can-
Stadia.
You can work in the reception. You're all
We're
right.
going to look back at Stadia and realise that it was the right thing at the wrong time.
Oh, absolutely.
The Dreamcast.
Yeah.
The tech for it was absolutely stellar, like absolutely brilliant. They absolutely fucked it with one, like the cost of it, and two, the amount of games you could get on it. Like no one's gonna. I keep saying like everyone was saying, oh, you can get Red Dead Redemption without loading screens. I'm like, yeah, but I can get it on PlayStation 4 for £30 at this point, not $54.99.
And if you run it on PS5, it's like up-res, isn't it?
No, they haven't touched it.
Is it? I thought it is, isn't it?
Nope.
I
HDR
haven't
mode.
gone back
That's
to
all
that
I got.
Yeah, you
For
can
some
get
reason,
HDR mode on it.
Yeah, it allowed me to do that, but HDR mode did the fuck all on most games anyway. Just fuck all. Yeah. Well, I did like the controller for Stadia. It looked like a nice controller. I've never held one, but it looked nice.
I've played one. It's nice. It's kind of like a.
It had a good D-pad. Really good D-pad.
It had a good D-pad. It reminded me of the 8-bit Dual controllers, but just
Yeah.
like thing like a DualSense crossed with an 8-bit Dual controller, and that's
They
kind
should
of where
just.
you're at.
Can you just get them to use on your computer?
Yeah. They put a software
Can now,
update.
yeah.
My mother-in-law's partner's got one.
If
You
you
got
find
it
one
f-
cheap, I'm gonna get it and maybe
Got it free with. He got it free with Sky. I think he got Stadia free with his Sky package.
Yeah,
or
I remember
somewhat along
something
those
like that
lines.
happening.
But he's obviously never going to be able to use it, so I might just ask if I can have it.
Yeah, get that pad, mate. It's lovely.
Had a first look at the FIFA successor EA Sports FC, which is coming out in July. They've said our new brand identity is inspired by the triangles that have been part of EA Sports football for the past 30 years, from the isometric polygons that make up our game to the chemistry triangles that exist in Ultimate Team to the player indicator across every match. Football fans will see the new brand identity in the wild for the first time through EA Sports partners, and it's various games, Premier League, La Liga, etc.
Can we not talk about football today, please?
Been a bad day for Leeds, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Annihilated by
Oh, yeah.
Palace, mate.
Fair enough.
it's a bit unfortunate. I don't know if you've seen the logo, but they had a black guy with covered with like a face scarf with the logo on it. And
Triangles.
everything, but it just makes him look a bit like a hooligan. It's not the best image that they've picked. It's not
He's got a
brilliant.
Stone Island badge on his shoulder.
Get the badge in! Get the badge in!
I've got a
I
Stone
was-
Island jacket. I just look so weird in it because I'm so skinny. It's so weird.
I've seen the logo, and the thing is, this is like them making a big ballyhoo logo. It's a logo. Fine.
It's just a logo,
Show us the fucking
guys.
game.
But they
Love
haven't
when
made
companies
it.
get obsessed with logos.
Well,
Like,
I think,
when Google
I mean-
changes its logo all the time. It's funny.
Well, I think the reason they put it out as a news story was because like investors needed it or some shit like that. Like they needed to
Yeah.
show they were doing something with it.
I reckon it'll make a lot of money for people wanting to try it out.
The funniest thing is going to be is if they just release it and it's exactly the same game as last year's. You know, like every few years they
Legacy.
do that. Yeah.
The Legacy Edition.
They've done now to the game, just updated the team sheets.
Literally just going to be FIFA with a different name.
Mhm.
All it is.
It is all it is.
Yep.
But it'll still confuse the masses.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they'll buy both and they'll go, why have I got 2 football games this year? Don't understand.
I can't wait for FIFA's official game to come out.
Yeah, that's the news I'm waiting
Cannot
for.
wait for that game.
It's going to be so good.
It's going to review so badly.
And when it tanks, I want to hear the press conference from the head of FIFA, whatever his name is, the Italian fella.
Oh, yeah.
Fantino.
Oh, he's a boy, him. He's a boy. He's stupid. I love it. When it's Quantic Dreams as FIFA 2024.
He's the Italian Yuji Naka.
Oh, yes. Get them two in a fucking bar. Mate, I am down.
Get them in a bar and they'll be in prison by the end of the night.
Oh, Keith Richardson as well, just for laugh. You know what I mean? Just get some Hellraisers in there. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, yes. Next.
The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog has officially crossed 1 million downloads. It's become one of Steam's highest rated games ever, and it was an
The
April
murder of
Fool's joke.
Sonic the Hedgehog. What the fuck's
It was
that?
it was an April Fool's visual novel detective adventure on Steam for free, where Sonic's been murdered, and as Amy, you have to go and solve the murder.
No fucking way.
It's really fucking good.
Nice. That's brilliant, that.
But it's like I think it's like a 2 or 3 hour game. But yeah, it was put out as for free as a bit of a April Fool's kind of, what the fuck is this? But then it was just like, you go into Steam, it's just like free, download, load up on the Steam Deck. Holy shit, it's an actual game.
Fucking Sega being goodies.
I know.
Fucking hell.
It's really good, and it's put like massive interest back in the Sonic franchise after that Frontiers turned out to be a load of shite.
Yeah. Okay. I'm bang up for these little goodie drops that they're doing. That's all right. Keep it coming. If you want people to have good faith in your company again, that's how you do it. Next.
Capcom has added microtransactions to the Resident Evil 4 remake. The new exclusive upgrade
Good guys,
tickets
Capcom.
let players pay real money to upgrade their weapons quicker.
That's
yeah.
not news.
Pay money to play less of the game. Thank you.
That's mad,
Yeah,
isn't it?
right.
Zoodle said in the Discord, just play the game, unlock it.
I before I got to the credits, I had every single weapon fully.
It makes no sense for a game like Resident Evil. Like, if it's not like a continuous online shooter, you might
Well,
do that. But
You also don't want to be overpowered and kill a boss in one hit.
yeah,
If you've
I
got
do.
the overpowered hand cannon, you could kill the last boss with one hit.
I
Like,
don't know,
no need.
quite-
I'm only 3 chapters in, and it's still like
Yeah.
I've only got a shotgun and a pistol. But it's still pretty fucking hard going when they're all just chasing you, and you've got to try.
The game's got dynamic mode, a bit like the Dead Space remake, where it makes it look like you're very close to running out, but the zombies will. Not every zombie's like 10 shots and they die. They die when the game knows you're just at the edge of.
Yeah, plus it adjusts the loot drop. So if you've like bought
Yeah.
a load of ammo or crafted a load of ammo, it doesn't
You
give
won't
you
find
ammo
that
for
ammo.
a while. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're low on health, you'll get herbs turning up and stuff like that.
Well, the game for some
Clever.
reason is constantly giving me rifle ammo, and I haven't bought the fucking rifle yet.
It's a very good gun in that.
I know, but I'm shit
Really
with
good.
I'm shit with sniper rifles.
You can take the scope off it and just have it as a air rifle thing.
I was playing the other day, and I got myself into a little cabin, and the door was locked, so they just kept coming through the window. And I was just popping them in the head. They kept falling back, and I was just like, "Yep, keep."
When you
and
were Luis.
And some dickhead behind them just kept throwing dynamite and kept blowing them up instead of me. And I was like, "Yep, keep at it, keep at it."
I like them. I like them new enemies that they've introduced into this game. Not new to you, Stig, because everything's new to you. But the pig men, the ones with pig.
Oh,
masks on.
they're amazing
They're
and awful
brilliant.
at the same time.
Yeah, they're brilliant because sometimes you get like 3 on you, and they're not as strong as Chainsaw, but they're formidable. And I don't know, it's just brilliant. I've been redoing professional mode, man. Fucking that game's so good on professional mode. It's completely different again. I love how they do that every game.
Yeah.
The difficulty is make it a different game. So good. And Mercenaries came out as well, which is good.
Which at least is free. I was half expecting to make that a DLC.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
thought
old
that
school
too.
Mercenaries as well, Gadget. It's really good, really good.
I'll have to traipse through. I'm in chapter 7 at the minute. I haven't been playing it much.
Yeah, just because you know it though, there's no surprises in story. It's
I think-
exactly the same.
Actually, I think that's what it is. It's why I haven't.
You just know it.
why I haven't rushed through it. It's just like, oh yeah, I remember this bit. Oh yeah, this boss fight. It's like, it's good.
Yeah, but it skips two of my favourite boss fights, which is the shame.
Fair enough.
Not in it at all, but never mind. Next.
Doom, the ultra-violent, incredibly popular video game franchise, has been rebooted as a live-action TV series. The streaming platform Peacock, which I've never heard of.
It's a NBC,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what Halo's
Oh, the Peacock. Yeah, I got you.
now he knows.
God,
The
did anyone
logo,
hear
yeah,
that clang
I
when
gotcha.
that penny dropped?
The Peacock.
The
Why do they call it
peacock.
Peacock?
Because that's what the logo is.
Yeah, but it's the NBC. They said NBC.
But
I
their
would've
logo's
done it.
always been a peacock.
rebranding.
As part
innit?
of
Just-
the
it's just
NBC, yeah.
rebranding.
I didn't
Just
know that
yeah.
it was because of the logo.
Oh my god!
See?
I didn't.
We work with idiots.
Now they'll be like, she'll be messaging her. Did you know Universal were at the Earth? It's actually the Earth.
I thought it just looked like a half a flower or
I
something.
thought it were a
rainbow.
marble. Fucking hell. Can't deal with you
Next.
fuckers. Next, indeed.
Anyway, this is just on the Doom subject. This is just going to keep happening because there's another story regarding a video game being turned into a live action again.
I've seen there it's a commodity now.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well,
Segue
speaking of
that.
which, a live-action
Good
Street
segue.
Fighter film is in the works at Legendary.
Come on! I'm up for it.
I really hope they bring back Jean-Claude Van Damme and.
I really hope they don't. I fucking hate
No.
that movie.
I do,
no,
but I
no.
hope he's not Guile. I hope he's like just a general.
I hope
Like,
everyone in
if-
it is from the nationality that they're supposed to be.
Well, yeah, that would help. That would really help.
That would be good. And I just think
Are you
I
telling
want
me
it to be
Chun-Li's
like,
not an Australian woman?
she's not. No, she was Cammy,
it was
wasn't
Cammy,
she?
wasn't it? Yeah,
Kylie
sorry.
Minogue. But
Cammy
she
was, yeah.
She's supposed to be
She's
English,
English.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if they do it in the vein of the Mortal Kombat reboot, which was nice and grounded and cool and fun, and bang
That
up for
nobody
it.
went to see.
I thought it was brilliant.
Oh shit.
Good kills.
I liked it, me.
Nah. Right, okay. Don't introduce a random character no one gives a fuck about as the main character. That's the problem with Mortal Kombat. Didn't care about
yeah.
Colt. Did not care about Colt whatsoever. I think that was his name.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Made him up completely.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? When you've got like 50 characters to
Started
choose
so well. That opening section between Sub-Zero and Scorpion is
Scorpion,
incredible. And then
Yeah.
it just takes a massive nosedive. Apart from Kano, the guy who played Kano was awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your partner's face from here to here.
This week, a trailer came out for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and it's coming out in June, and it
Come
looks
on.
the nuts.
It looks
That's a cinema
incredible.
one. That's a cinema one.
That's an IMAX one.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see the
Yeah,
biggest
actually,
screen
that's-
possible.
I could go to Sheffield. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Did you see that of like all the? They obviously bring all of the Spider-Man variations in, but on the on the new poster for it, they've got Spooder Dude, the one that was drawn in fucking Microsoft Paint as a meme.
Yeah, they've got. I just want to see Bombastic Bagman. I'm all about that. All about that. My favourite iteration of Spider-Man is the guy with a bag on his head. It's funny. Next.
Adam Driver is apparently in talks for Michael Mann's Heat sequel. Heat 2, the novel, which Mann co-wrote with Meg Gardner, takes place both after and before the filming of a sort of Godfather Part 2 sequel prequel structure. And apparently Adam Driver is likely to play Robert De Niro's character.
Adam Driver can do it. He can do it.
Well up for this. He is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for it as well. I'm up for it.
I need
Bring
to
it on.
rewatch Heat. I don't remember much of it. I rember I liked
it's
it.
good.
No, I remember I really liked it, but I can't
So
remember anything of it.
The shootout is like one of the best
So good.
shootouts you'll ever see. And my friend who's like knows his rifles and he knows his like this kind of stuff. And you said it's like it's one of the most accurate portrayals of like a gunfight. The way that they load, the way that they move. It's like it's one of it's not just people just randomly shooting and ducking for cover. It's like everything they do is so intricate and real.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like, yeah, if it's Michael Mann's back, it's his novel, it's his story. Well up for it.
Well, Michael Mann is a details guy as well.
Yeah, he is.
Val Kilmer
Yeah.
got recognised by the military for how good he was at reloading.
Yeah.
Nice.
So well up for that.
Better than Alec Baldwin, wouldn't he?
Might get the book actually. Might read the book.
You may already know that a Paddington film is due out soon. Paddington in Peru. It's been directed
back
by
home, is it?
a new guy called Dougal. What the fuck? Dougal Wilson. Dougal.
Get me Dougal on the phone now.
Dougal. Oh, well up for more Paddington, but it's not the same director, so will we get the same quality?
More on
Hope
Paddington
so.
later.
It's been wrote by the same people at least, so that gives me hope.
Is it still Ben Whishaw?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will be.
yeah.
Yeah, he is the voice of Paddington, isn't he now?
Just when you thought they'd moved on, Daisy Ridley will return as Rey in Charmin Obey-Chinoy's Star Wars film. Rey will be apparently rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Leave the Skywalker saga alone.
I thought they agreed that they had left it alone.
They did, but
But she's called Rey Skywalker.
Yeah, they're just continuing it. Fucking leave it, man.
If they could
The
try and
smallest galaxy ever.
plan this one out.
Who's going to be the
From the
antagonist, the
start
second order?
to the end.
Somehow, Palpatine returned.
Again.
Somehow they've got a Death Star again.
They fly now. They fly now. They always flew.
The thing is, it's annoying because I really like Daisy Ridley as Rey, but I was kind of fucked off enough with the end of it, but also happy that her story had ended. Like,
Why did she kiss Kylo Ren?
with the
Why did they do so
With
much
the-
in that film?
I know, but with like the stuff on they've been putting on the TV, they've expanded the universe in a good way. Like they've extended it away from the Skywalkers, and I know they get
Unlike
referenced all the time.
The last episode of Mandalorian was fucking shite, though. Fucking terrible.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's got Jack Black in it.
but yeah, I
He's
just like
oh.
like I think Daisy Ridley did get shafted as Rey just with the way the story went, but
She's a way more interesting character than Luke Skywalker.
yeah, but also the whole rebuilding the Jedi Order thing, that was from the extended universe novels. That was Luke's job.
Yes.
So by
Which the kiboshed all that, though, didn't they?
yeah, they did kibosh it also.
Get rid.
The Last Jedi set her and Kylo Ren up so well.
They should have, yeah, they
Like,
should have.
regardless of
threads.
everyone was crying about the Luke's stuff, right?
Yeah.
You could have done something there to retcon that a little bit if you wanted to, but well, you couldn't actually because he died, didn't he? But
yeah, you still have Force Ghost Luke though.
Yeah, he was knackered from being
but what he
projecting
set,
himself.
what he
so
set
he
up
died.
for her and for Kylo Ren was so good, and they just like literally just sacked it off within like the first 5 minutes.
So I still say that. I mean, I really like bits and pieces of Last Jedi. I think it's a really good film on balance. I love that fight scene in Snoke's chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
It's
one
so
of the best.
visually stunning.
I just
Oh,
think it's
yeah.
one of the best action scenes, and the whole thing of like passing
Beautiful.
the lightsabers to each other and stuff like that was so good.
Yeah.
That's what really sold me on Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. I'm like, yeah.
What
I
sold
think-
me on
I
Ryan
think
Johnson as a director.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem that film had was that he clearly wanted to just tell their story, and everything else was just in the way. It's like, oh, just
Yeah.
have them being chased, have them fuck off to a casino planet and
No,
deal
the thing
with.
is, though, that chase, it makes it feel more like a war film, because that's what a lot of the older war films were.
Yeah.
Like a blockade, some Navy ships. Because got to bear in mind, it's all naval, isn't it, in space? It was just like that, like a naval film. I
But it did
really
just
digged it.
feel like he just didn't really care, and he was just like, right, well, just do that with them, and we'll focus
I
the
didn't
main
need the
story on
casino
these
planet
two.
bit. Didn't need that.
So
Yeah.
Nope.
But yeah.
Yep.
Well, looking forward to seeing Ray 5 or whatever it's called.
The skywalking.
R2 Ray 2.
Yeah. Fucking come on. Next.
Super Mario Brothers movie is now tracking, as of this timing of this podcast, at $368 million. The film's worldwide opening weekend. It would be the biggest opening for an animated film ever.
It is
That's
now
big
officially.
numbers, that. That's big numbers, that.
Yeah, it's beaten Frozen 2, which was the largest in the opening weekend.
God, Miyamoto's desk is going to look like Scarface's, isn't it?
It already did, mate. That man wasn't skint before this film came out.
I know, but he's just going to have piles of Hollywood cocaine around him now.
No, it's too pure for that.
He'll be his desk.
He'll be confused as to what it's doing there.
He'll be on his desk racking up and be like, "Get me Yuja Naka now. We're having a party. We're doing this." Yeah. Next.
John Cena has apparently been cast in the new Barbie movie that's coming out.
Have you seen the trailer for Barbie?
I've seen the trailer.
Great.
I have.
Yeah.
Apparently, Biggie were cast as well by the looks of some of those pictures that stick to it.
Ain't
John
gonna do.
Cena or Michael Cena?
John Cena.
Michael Cera.
He means Michael Cera. Yeah, Michael
Michael
Cera's
Cera
in the
is
film,
in it,
but
yeah.
the announcement.
John Cena is as well, also in it.
Yeah, which always seems wording, doesn't that? He's been cast in the film. Like, he's already in the film. Like,
Yeah.
I think
the
it's,
film
I think
is
it's-
made and ready to go.
Put him
like-
in afterwards. They put him afterwards. CG
No,
him in.
I think it's more they hadn't announced it before, and then the trailer came out. People saw him in it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's shit wording, but
it's shit wording. Yeah, like he's still to film his parts.
John Cena's there. That's
It's a
what it should
Barbie
be.
trailer.
Yeah, that Barbie trailer looked great.
Type of film is it?
Fuck
It-
knows.
I think it's going to get super fucking dark.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's going to be meta.
There's
It
a mini
looks-
window in there, and all
Oh,
sorts
yeah.
going on in
People
that trailer.
said that about Bug Snacks. I finished that game.
I'll beat you
No
off.
twist.
Beat you off.
There's no twist.
Beat you off.
I'll beat you off. Oh, I'll beat you off good.
Fucking Simu Lee versus Ryan Gosling. That just looks hilarious.
I think it's going to
Ransom
go
bastards.
like it's going to be like
They're all handsome bastards in it. Man.
enchanted, and they're going to end up in the real world by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case, and I think it's going to be the the whole thing that started in the Barbie Kingdom, Palace, whatever it is,
Cinematic universe.
Yeah,
the
it's
Barbie
called that.
universe, and it's just like everything's all perfect, and somehow they end up in the real world. It's just like, oh,
Yeah, the
shit,
next
no,
one's
I'm-
going to be Barbie versus Action Man or G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, be well up for that.
I think
bet
there
you
is
would.
supposed to be a G.I. Joe character in it as a Jew.
Yeah, because it's the same company, isn't it? It's still Mattel, isn't it?
It's got like
Big John Cena, then.
I heard today that like I think it's Michael Cera's part actually is Ken's friend
Yeah,
who they introduced in like the 70s and no one liked, so then they
No one liked
scrapped.
him.
and that's why in the poster it's Michael Cera is I can't remember the name of the character. I'll just say Adam and it says the only one or
Yeah,
something because he was. But he's got like I like that like when you get the posters when you look at them like compared to the original toys like the outfits are accurate, like they look like
Yeah.
what those toys were wearing. It looks really good fun, and Margaret, and also when they're acting as the Barbies and the Kens and that, they look unhinged because they're acting like dolls. It's great.
But Michael Bay's fuming because he could have turned Transformers franchise into something good. It's like, shit.
I'm sure he's not fuming with his bank balance.
I was kind of
No,
saying
but it's not.
they do massive in China.
Oh, they do massive in China, don't the Transformers? They fucking live for that. Next.
Well, speaking of wrestling, WWE and USC plan to merge, forming a new publicly listed company. It'll be led by Endeavour CEO Ari Emanuel as CEO, with Vince McMahon as executive chairman, with his evil moustache.
It's not just his mustache, mate. It's his mangled face.
I see he's had some really shit work done over the last
His
few months.
eyebrows, his dyed hair. Do you know what? I read somewhere that people said that they think he's done this on purpose to deflect, like, oh, Vince McMahon's now back in the news. Okay, how do we deflect from all the shit he got accused of last year and the reason why he was let go by the WWE? I'll look like a fucking idiot. Like, and people will just talk about how I look, and that's what everyone's doing. They're just
I wouldn't
talking
put it
about
past him.
how he looks. That pencil-thin mustache on his top lip. Man,
It does
what
look
is
like
that?
the bloated corpse of Vincent Price.
Feels like he's tied some girl to a train track, waiting for the train to come along.
Yeah. Anyway, this merge is massive. Like,
Yeah, it's huge.
absolutely
the biggest
huge.
sports company now, aren't they? Due to that merger.
Yeah, and
They're worth more than FIFA.
I mean, it's going
So
to
Sony come in to try and block it.
yeah. It's
Mentioned it again.
It's going to end up with a load of layoffs because they're going to consolidate everyone, like a load of jobs into one. What no one knows what it means for WWE. UFC will just carry on as normal because it's UFC. They put on the fights. There's no pageantry to it. It's just
No, it's real.
we start a fight. We book
What
it.
shot UFC
we have
last
it.
night or this morning?
Can they lay off Dana White though? That would be nice.
No, he'll still be in his position.
he's
He's
such a
staying on as
fucking cunt.
president. And
Joe Rogan being a pundit.
But yeah, no one really knows what's happening with the WWE because
They are
after
worth a
this
lot of money, though,
last
now.
week,
Fuck.
people think that Vince McMahon's put himself not only like he's got this figurehead now, but he's going to
CFO or something, isn't it?
Take over creative as well and go back to all the shite. And trust me, last week's WrestleMania and this week's Raw would suggest that he had a bit of a hand in it. And then, but then they had SmackDown this week, and that seemed to have kind of corrected a few things. So no one really trusts what's going on. If you're a fan, you just you watch the signs and you go, that is pure Vince McMahon that's just happened on TV.
Mm.
And he's so out of touch. Like, you can't, I've said it before, you can't deny what he's done for that industry and what he created. But there comes a time where a guy in his mid-70s doesn't know what people want anymore, but just can't let go. And he runs that company and the storylines and creative based on his whims and his fancies, not what people actually want to see. But then they earn fucking billions with a massive sale, so he don't really care, does he?
Is it because he just wants like the really fucking big guys, doesn't he? He doesn't want like the athletic showcases.
He kind of flips and flops on that as well. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But yeah, he does love a big guy.
Who doesn't?
So like he'd push someone who's like 7'2", moves like a fucking elephant over like anyone good just because they're tall.
Right.
So yeah, it's just, if you're a fan, literally since he got ousted and he was out of the company, product's been really good. There's actually been match wrestling on, like literally at one point, like Raw this week, there was, how long did they say there was? It's a 3-hour show and there was something like 20 minutes of wrestling.
Fucking
wrestling
hell.
show. Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's American football numbers, that.
Yeah. So, and that's what it was like. You have all these shows and you get fuck all wrestling, you have all these shite segments, and you'd have the same matches over and over and over again. Just rematch. And people just got so bored. And yet, when he left, things changed and you started getting long-term booking, you started getting reasons for matches, they started pushing the titles that he didn't care about, building up new stars, and now he's come back in and everyone's like, okay, so we're just going to go back to when it was shit then. But it's a watch and see kind of situation.
Listeners, tune in to Stig's Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Modern Escapism next week.
There you go. You want all the details? That's the details. Vince McMahon's a dick.
Stig will be interviewing him on his Suplex show next week.
I think we see
send him an invite.
a Stig rant podcast just called the Vince Cast.
I can't do that. Damn it, Vince! I've already have that.
Oh, that's
Joe
from
Suplex.
Yeah, from Hallmark.
You've got the Suplex show coming up next week.
Whenever I actually Stig Suplex. I actually really enjoy when the Vince McMahon actually, as much as a dick he is, when he creates content, I love listening to Joe just go off and rant about him at the beginning of their new segment. Is that all right? What's he done this week? And it's like, yeah.
Next.
Over to the Weird World Web. Fans have worked out the eye-watering amount that Diddy has paid Sting after admitting he pays him $5,000 a day. The hip-hop star controversially sampled the Police's hit single from 1983, Every Breath You Take, in one of the most popular tracks titled I'll Be Missing You, which was first released a whole 14 years later in 1997. Sting was asked by a radio host, Charlemagne the God, is it true that Diddy has to pay you $5,000? And he said, yep, for the rest of his life. And then Diddy confirmed it. And then somebody went a step further and worked it all out. So it works out approximately $47.5 million he's paid the man so far.
No.
I mean, don't sample songs without permission. That would be the answer to that one. Especially don't sample songs that Sting wrote, the famously litigious Sting. And also,
be careful of that picture behind you.
Also know what a song is worth, because that song is not worth $47 million.
No.
Works out 1.8 million a year, apparently. So I don't know how often it gets played on the radio, but does he make that money back? I doubt it.
I don't think Sting cares. I'm surprised it's because this has been reasonably common knowledge for quite a long time, because Sting has always hated people sampling his songs unless he has a hand in like writing it. So yeah, fair enough. I like things that knock Diddy down a peg or two.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Is that the news?
That's it.
So now it's time for a jam-packed roller coaster of a ride of a Nexus. Oh, let's go. I want to start with you, actually, Biggie. I know you've just been talking, but I never start with you.
Yeah, I haven't got too much. I finished my...
I think so.
Just not had the time. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 Battle Pass I finished, so that took up most of my gaming time. I can chill out now.
Next.
I have completed, well, sort of,
What?
Dragon Quest 11. The game doesn't finish! Fuck!
Oh, you finished
You mean you
part
got
one
to
of it?
You mean you got to the first credit? I've told you before, it's 3 games and then merged it into one.
I finished the second phase, which comes up with the credits. You complete it, well done. And then there's more story, and I really don't know how I feel about that.
You got the whale and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I'm at the bit where you...
No
No
spoilers.
spoilers for Stig. He's still
No.
playing
Still
it.
playing it.
He's not.
I am.
Yeah.
But on the Steam Deck. He's smashing
It
through
won't
some of that
end.
next week on an holiday.
I did all the side quests, and they've added another 12 to my 46 that I've already done.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I like the third part of the game loads. I think it's brilliant. It's got really weird
It's interesting. but
meta commentary on the actual series and stuff like that. It's really good. I like it. And you get to choose a wife.
Just dipping in and out.
Yeah, dippy dip.
I might do. I need to play something else,
Belgian
but I've really
dip.
enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed playing it. It's as good as Oodle says, but yeah, just the fact that it's another... I put 94 hours into it already.
Jeez, I'm only on
Nice.
45.
My first playthrough, because I did everything, 142 hours, I think.
Oh, this is going to see me.
So
I'm
for a
going
normal
to
person,
dipping
that's
in and out
300.
for a few years.
It's only because I will sit and grind for 4 hours. But you don't have to in that game. That's the beauty of it. I just like it.
Yeah, it's true. But the only other thing I did was I sat down with
No,
my
stop. I can
daughter.
put Dragon Quest on the pod. Shush.
Fuck's sake, Biggie.
But I put my 4K, well, I don't know what you call it, disc. It's not a Blu-ray or DVD, whatever it is, of Superman the movie, and sat down with my daughter and watched that.
Good.
And she really enjoyed it. It's I didn't realise that when the opening credits come up, you not only get Brando at the beginning, but you also get Gene Hackman before even the title of the movie comes up.
Yeah.
Then you get Christopher Reeve, bless him.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bit cheeky.
It's an absolutely stunning film, I think, for its time.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve is so good at
He's
that.
brilliant. He is hands down the best Clark Kent.
Yeah. I think he just
You can
manages
actually
to be
imagine
that
people not
clumsy
realizing
oaf.
he is. You can imagine people not realizing he isn't Superman, because I know he just puts his glasses on, but he is such the antithesis of what Superman is. He's a fucking idiot, and that's what I love about him.
His bodywork is fantastic, just the way
He just
he's
clowns it up,
clumsy.
doesn't he? He's like Chaplin.
He's hunched over, and it's
Yeah.
very clever. But yeah, it
Also,
still stands up. There's some ropey effects here and there, but as a whole,
Come on,
yeah,
It's
the
the
movie's
70s.
70s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
Also, Richard Donner just got the character, and also
He understood it.
his dad's death
Yeah.
is just done so much better.
Yes.
I love how
Yeah.
mad you still are about that.
Fucking it doesn't make any
the Donner
sense,
film,
Gadget.
the
I know it
first
doesn't make
one.
sense. I
He
know
can
it doesn't
fly
make sense.
faster than the speed of light. Yet his dad's like, "Don't save me." He's like, "Dad, no one will see. I'm that fast." It's like, "Don't save me." I'm like, no. I can save you. No one will see me. Trust me. Don't save me. Fuck off.
That's
It's
one
one
Zack
of those
the
Snyder.
best
things. Anytime
Superman film.
Superman gets brought up, Stig gets angry.
I hate
and
it
love
so much.
love
I
it so
hate
much.
that death.
I know.
There's no
It's-
justification for it.
It's one of Zack Snyder's many crimes.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Me and Stig are probably going to tag team on something we've done this week now.
I've got a little thing beforehand.
Go for it then. I'll do my little thing beforehand as well. We'll jump on.
First one is after you brought up the Kindle last week, I went rooting for mine.
Yes.
Couldn't find it. Don't know where I've got it. I genuinely think that it used to be in my work bag. I generally think that when my bag broke, I threw it away and didn't check all the pockets.
No.
But it was like
Don't weigh anything anyway, so you could easily throw it.
But it was like a really old one, like Generation 1 kind of Kindle.
I love my little.
So I bought myself a little new one.
Stunning.
Little
Same as
2022.
mine.
Yeah, 6-inch little.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that because I want to try and get back into more reading. I've loaded up.
Is this when you hold it with just 2 fingers? It's
Yeah,
like,
it fits in my pocket.
Sensational. Yeah, it does fit in my pocket
I
as
thought
well.
it was my phone. I was like, oh, no, that's my Kindle. So yeah, Mickey 7 is going to be the one that I start on first. Going to
Cool.
Oh,
read
Mickey
that
7's great.
Nice.
on my holiday.
Do you
And
know what I
also-
bought? Do you know what I bought on it? Wool
Ooh,
Ooh.
good on you.
that you
Ooh.
guys always chat about.
Well, yeah, because you've got the
Bought
Silo series that comes out in May.
So I've got that to start.
Ted Lasso finishes, Silo starts.
I read the graphic novel of that.
Me too.
I'll read the book first.
You'll love it.
And I know Gadget's been doing this as well. I started Dredge.
Yes,
Going to be a time sink, that, innit?
very much so. What I've found with it is great for like 40 minutes at a time.
Oh yeah, just
Like-
trundling
like,
about, fishing, doing
trun-
little quests.
Yeah, trundle about for a bit, go do some shit, get scared, come off. Oh, I've done exactly 40 minutes since the last time. It seems to just work out
Like,
that way.
I
Go
got
get caught in the fog, and I was like, it got foggy. I was like, shit, get back quick.
It's
got
when I got caught far away from a bit. I was exploring one of the islands around the side, and then it suddenly got dark because it gets dark very quickly in the game. I'm like, shit, I can't actually see which direction I'm going in. And the eye at the top of the screen's like going fucking mental because your panic's gone up.
Yeah, and you can't speed your boat up. Like most of these games, you just like hold a button, your boat would go faster, and it's like,
Yep.
it's not going faster. Come on, hurry up. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
perfect
can
for the
make
Steam
it fucking
Deck.
faster.
It is so perfect for the Steam Deck.
Yes.
So that will also be getting played next week a lot more.
I got a DM by Black Salt Games the other day thanking me for my evangelical review, as they put it.
Good.
Well, it's nice when they reach out to you and they've actually listened to when when we submit them on
Yeah.
Press Engine and that. It's nice that, and I think they are truly shocked that everyone's like, "This has got material. This is genius."
Yeah, well, I got in interest of fairness, I also got a code, and I
How did you-
just so far my same sentiments as Oodles, like really enjoying it, and you can go back listen to his review. Literally, would be the same review I would give. I'm really
it
really
counts.
enjoying that. So
Never
It's
thought
a
I'd
10
like
out
a
of 10 for
fishing
me.
game.
yeah, no,
This
fucking
is
hell.
it. This is what me and Plant were both saying.
I
have
after
to
your
pay
review,
Planet now
Oodles,
as well.
I was interested, but I was fully prepared to like do an hour, then refund it on Steam because I thought I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this.
The way I see it,
I
right?
really fucking like
is-
it.
Yeah, the way I see it, right? It would have been just a good game if it didn't have the Lovecraftian stuff to it.
Yeah,
But it just adds to it. It
Yeah.
just fucking adds to it. And it's
first
not
time
really
you see a
massive
tentacle
spoiler.
come out of the water, it scares the shit out of you.
Wait while you get to the foggy bits when you got to use a fog on and stuff. Oh, it's frightening.
I do like using the horn that I would like start. I'm just walking around going. "Brr, brr."
It's good.
It's just a goose game all over again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. That's literally the only reason. So I can just wander around, just go. "Brr."
But you need to use it for like reasons.
Oh, I know. Like I've used it and then heard like another one come back to me.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, I'll be carrying on with that. Perfect for the Steam Deck, like I say. So
There's so many little secrets on that.
yeah, should we get onto the main one then?
Let's do it.
Well, we went to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Not together.
Not together. I was there day one. Came out on my birthday, so me and the kids went at 10 a.m. on the opening day.
God, you don't fuck around, do you?
I wanted to get it out of the way early, like, and just so we had the rest of the day.
Fair enough.
It's my birthday, so we went to the cinema and then went for lunch after, and then we had the rest of the day free. Yeah, stars Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, amongst plethora of other voice actors. I'll put it out there, like, I really, really like this. Really, really liked it.
I'm just going to triple tag team with you and jump onto this
good.
one as well. And I completely
Oh, you've
agree.
seen it too?
Yeah, I saw it a couple of days ago. Completely out the blue, enjoyed it way more than I was expecting.
Yeah. The animation style is very much kind of modern Mario, so it's kind of this, the 3D Super Mario that you get at the moment. Like that's kind of the style like they've gone for. In the story is basically Bowser gets a superstar. He's coming to attack the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario and Luigi are two just brothers setting up a plumbing company in Brooklyn. So they do start out in the real world, and then they find a magic portal into the Mushroom Kingdom, and they get split up as they're going through this portal. And then, it's kind of shenanigans ensue. It does have some of its issues. For a 90-minute film, it is very breakneck. Like, it is set piece, go, set piece next, set piece next. Like, there isn't a lot of breathing time in it, but it's a kid. I'm looking at this at the point of this is 100% a kid's film. And kids don't care. My kids really, really enjoyed it. And the animation in it is incredible. The soundtrack to it is taking out the pop culture soundtracks. If we took the score, is amazing. They're doing remixes of like old Mario and like Donkey Kong themes and stuff like that. And there is references and Easter eggs galore in it. I know you said you're not an Easter egg man, Noodles, but you cannot tell me you didn't smile when Luigi's mobile phone rang.
Oh, is it with a ringtone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I like my favorite little
Blood
gag
from
when
a
he's
fucking
like,
stone.
No, my favorite gag was when he's like, it does work. You just got to blow into it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
That was my favorite.
But like, it's just like little things. Like there's little touches here and there. But the story is just a basic Mario game. It's Bowser's attacking and everyone has to fight Bowser. There's no real plot or story to it, but I didn't really care.
I mean, there's never really a plot or story to a Mario game.
No, there isn't. But I just
Princess
like
is another castle. Keep running.
Oh, they mentioned that.
Yeah, there's a great. I won't spoil what it does, but I mean, it's all over TikTok and Twitter, and it's even broke into the charts now. There's a wonderful Jack Black. Like Jack Black gets to do a Jack Black song in it.
There's a music video and everything.
Yeah, it's fucking great. He's done like a music video to it, yeah.
I mean, you're not going to put Jack Black in your film and not give him a song.
Yeah, but I didn't really expect it because it is the only song in there. But I just really, really enjoyed it. I think the critics got this completely wrong. I don't think they were looking at this from what it is, which is a kid's film and a kind of Easter egg nostalgic fun film for adults who grew up loving Mario.
Yeah, I think most of the critics who rated it down because they're not fans of Mario or didn't play it as a kid.
There was literally one reviewer who
Robbie
made reference.
Collins savaged it.
Oh yeah, but he's a bellend. There was one reviewer who literally, when Mario's in the cat suit, she didn't know what that was, and she made fun of it. I'm like, there you go. You literally don't know what you're reviewing. So, yeah, but I really enjoyed it.
My turn. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, good.
I thought you were fucking brilliant. It's the pace that I love most about it.
Yeah, it's 90 minutes.
Not once did me and my kids think this is going on. Like they went to see Puss in Boots. Were it last year that came out?
No, it's just
this
year.
A
Yeah,
couple months ago.
And it's a bit longer, Puss in Boots, and they loved it. But my daughter's 7 and she gets a bit bored. But with this, it's just constant. It's just.
Is it the perfect ADHD film?
Mate, it's not. It never stops. It's breakneck. Like, I mean,
I've seen so many clips from it, and I mean, it looks.
There's not much dialogue in it.
Well, no. But what I'm wondering is like all these different clips I've seen, because apparently loads of people are just now filming in cinemas. I've seen so many things on TikTok where someone's just filmed on their phone.
That's weird.
None of the clips I've seen look like they're a part of the same film. Everything looks so
mental.
disparate.
It's so fast. It's so, and this is, and I don't give a fuck if the reviewers are getting a bad review. I think it's more. It's not that they're not fans of Mario. I think there's a hype problem with some certain stuff, an internet hype, and these reviewers will know about the zeitgeist. People getting so excited, and it's all about clicks because someone's going to get angry that someone's giving it a bad review. That's what I think it is. I think there's some kind of, we're going to get more hits to say this is a 2 out of 10. There's absolutely no way it's a 2 out of 10. It's a strong 8, week 9. I just thought the pace was fucking sensational. Chris Pratt's brilliant. He doesn't speak much. Charlie Day's probably my favourite in this. I really like Jack Black as well, and
Black is so
Keegan-Michael Key's really good in it. Anya Taylor-Joy's, again, she's always a sensation, isn't she? It's just, there's not enough, like, I read a review saying that the script's terrible. There's not enough dialogue to say it's not fucking Pulp Fiction, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Kids films, like kids films can be good. Like some kids films are genuinely amazing and have a lot more to them than this film does. But it just kids are fucking loving it.
My kid was pissing his hands all the way through it. My lad's 10 and he's a fucking little road man and he's like, I don't like nothing. I'm so fucking... And he was fucking howling all the way through it. And my kids don't know Mario. Now they're obsessed with Mario.
My kids are obsessed with Jack
kids
Black.
movies are the
Keep
ones
asking me
that
to
the
listen to
adults
Jack Black.
can enjoy.
I just think lately, especially reviewers and that, they're not allowing people to just enjoy shit. There's always an edge. There always has to be an edge to it, and it pisses me off.
It's mad that on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 56% from the critics and 96% from the audience.
Oh, really?
Big rate to see it. I mean, the guy.
Do you know in Britain, right? Do you know how subdued we are in cinema in Britain? This is the first film I've seen since Infinity War and Endgame that people stood up and clapped at the end. In Wakefield.
There was such a mix of people in our cinema as well. Like the one we went to, it was probably like 35-year-olds and upwards, and then the kids, and like both generations were loving it because the older ones for the nostalgia reasons, the younger ones because it's a kids' film, and just the cinema was absolutely packed out as well. And if anyone's worried about the Chris Pratt, if anyone's worried about the Chris Pratt voice, it's just not. You don't need to worry about it at all. Like
he's got 40 lines of dialogue throughout the whole film. It don't matter.
Not to mention, like all the classic Mario lines are actually in there.
Yeah,
all the wahoos and so it's just not the entire way through, which is something I think we talked about beforehand. Like who actually wants to listen to that voice for 90 minutes?
Charles Martinet is in the film. He plays Mario's dad, and he also plays a little cameo, another cameo in there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I couldn't put up with a whole film like that. Not a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and he said, he came out and said, I couldn't do that a full-time film on that voice because it would put too much strain on me. So yeah, I get the argument of maybe we should hire just voice actors. Not like this film doesn't need Chris Pratt, doesn't need Charlie Day, doesn't need Seth Rogen.
Stig, I'm not being horrible or anything,
but
you could have done that role because there's barely any dialogue in it.
Yeah, it's like
not enough.
It could have been a professional voice actor, and that would have, and it still would have sold bucket loads. Like this film is not being sold on who's in it; it's been sold on it. Super Mario. I couldn't give but yeah, you do hear the wahoos and the mamma mias, and you're like, fuck, listening to that for 90 minutes. Sorry,
it's annoying.
Yeah, my biggest complaint about this is it does sideline Luigi a lot until right to the
barely
end.
In it.
Yeah, it needs to have more. There's going to be a sequel because this is made a bucket load of money.
It's also made by Illumination. They don't just do one film.
Yeah, there needs to be more Luigi.
I think
in the
it's
next
best looking film they've ever made.
Oh yeah.
You would hope so.
It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
like especially the first like close up.
It rivals
Pixar.
Mario. They rival Pixar now when it comes to animation.
Mm-hmm. Undoubtedly, but yeah, when you first see the close up of Mario, you can see all his paws, and you can see like individual hair. He's got a surprisingly youthful amount of hair, doesn't it? Like I don't know what ages Mario and Luigi were supposed to be, but younger than I had imagined them from the games. Because they still
lived at home with the parents, so
they're ageless.
They are ageless.
Yeah, I don't really have
what's wrong with like middle-aged people having loads of hair? Kind of like, I've got loads of hair, mate.
No, it's just very fluffy and youthful. I understand sort of.
They're Italian.
Yeah, that is true. But I liked the way that you say they sideline Luigi. They did, but also they put him in a much more Luigi suiting environment. I thought at the beginning of the film, it gave him the opportunity to bust out some torches. And
my daughter's favourite character in the whole thing is that little blue star.
The Lumos.
That emo.
I loved him.
The emo Lumos thing.
The Lumos is incredible.
Adored him.
The only thing we can look forward to is the sweet embrace of death. Like, wow.
Lumos is
Existential.
great.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
all
going to
there.
see this film now, aren't I?
It is all there. Like honestly,
Gadget, it's so fun.
if you've spent 35 years playing Mario games like I have, there's so many little touches. Even like hailing back to pre-Super Mario Brothers, there's Jumpman references. There's like
Jumpman's in it.
Yeah,
As a separate character.
the Donkey Kong, when he fights Donkey Kong that you see in the trailer, like the arena is set out like the original Donkey Kong,
The original
throwing the
Donkey
barrels with the girders, and it's all there's so many great little touches in there. Like my biggest complaint is the use of popular culture songs that don't really fit, but it's an Illumination film, so it's going to be like that. And I have actually heard some of the score, which someone made this really great Donkey Kong Country remix, and that was meant to be in place of, I think, where they used "Take on Me." I'm like, that song, that Donkey Kong song, like kind of reimagining, so much better. But you've got to get in your pop songs, aren't you?
Yeah, because they'll sell an album.
But
won't
the
they?
rest of this score, just
I just think it's a good. If you're on the fence, I think you've got to be a really soulless idiot not to think, oh yeah, I enjoyed that, because it's not long.
yeah.
It's not wasting your time. It doesn't care if you've not seen Mario before. You've never played Mario. It doesn't. My kids haven't. It doesn't care about any of that. What it cares about is 90 minutes or whatever of just having a little fucking laugh, man.
Yeah, I'm going to take my daughter to it.
I think it does cater. It caters for both. I think it's catering for someone like me who wants to finally see a Super Mario Brothers movie. Like, not. I also, can I just get this in? If you're saying the '93 version is better, you're fucking lying.
It's not a good film.
I'm sorry, but all these people going, oh, the '93 film is better. You might wish yourself seeing that. No, this is what I want from a Mario film. This is Mario. I've played the Mario games for 35 years or however long it's been. It's been about that, hasn't it? This is Mario. That wasn't Mario. Like, I'm sorry, but you do. If you're saying that you should be watching that film over this one, you do not like Mario, don't understand Mario, and you weren't a fan, and you're just fucking talking out your ass.
Have you heard rumours after this week? Illumination's Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah. Talk about a Zelda film. But just one more last
They
thing
could
as
do
well. I go and post and read stuff on Real Mug, and a lot of the time films like this get absolutely slated. And it has the most it has the grumpiest bastards on there saying how much they love this film.
I thought it was fantastic. I've got nothing negative to say about it, other than
There's a few things here and there. There are a few things here and there.
I'm not bothered.
It's such a great, fun film.
Yeah, I could have done with more Mario Kart bits, but other than that, we're all right. I like it. I really did like it. I didn't need to have a poo. 90 minutes, in and out, gone. Loved it. You got brilliant. The other thing as well, I wanted to just say, mainly for the pod art as well. Our best boy, best pal, Angry Kurt, sent me Grid Legend. Is it Legends or what's it called? Grid Legends to lend. Do you know how
the
I've
sound
been,
of wine bottles moving there when you're trying to look at
Fuck
your game?
They just round his bed out there underneath his feet.
What we don't see is, like, if he turns his camera around, it's just a pile of cans and bottles. He's been on the piss all weekend.
And Easter eggs.
Doing Easter like a proper Brit.
Yeah, just like Jesus had want. But yeah, Grid Legend, because I've been pining for like a really good racing game since Gran Turismo was my GOTY last year. Don't tell Polyphony Digital. I think I like this more.
Ooh.
I think this is better, and it came out last year as well. I should have played it. There's something about this Grid Legend. It's got story mode, right? And it's melodramatic. It's got He's probably they're all real actors.
Is it like when FIFA tried to do a story mode?
Not that corny. No.
Has it got Harry Kane?
No, it hasn't. It's got one of the main characters from Sex Education, and that Gillian Anderson vehicle.
Yes.
It's got one of them guys in it, and it's about you joining this racing team. But they made it up. It's not a real one. Can I see Biggie go for a shit there?
Yeah.
Can I see his bathroom there?
Yeah, that was his bathroom.
God.
He's in trouble.
Sorry. Yeah, I think it's the Seneca Racing Company or something like that. And they were like, obviously...
Did you say Seneca there?
Seneca.
Oh, right,
Seneca.
okay.
I think it's that. I might be wrong. I'm drunk. And it's just a big racing company that do like touring cars, fucking big wheel cars, all the cars.
Like the Horizon Festival.
Like that, yeah. But it's the track. I prefer. I know I'm one of the outliers on this. I prefer track racing than the Horizon go everywhere.
Yeah,
I like a track race and it's just it is the finest line between simulation and arcade. And I don't know if you guys play much racing games. Like I'm new to it, really.
No,
but there's something special about how this controls. Like you can like. On Gran Turismo, I turned racing line off. The racing line off after about I don't know, about a couple of hours, because I thought I'm mastering these tracks. There's not that many tracks in Gran Turismo. You see, in first 3 hours, I've already done more tracks than the Gran Turismo ever had. And Gran Turismo's obviously got more cars and stuff, but this I took racing line off and everything. I even put the difficulty up to professional because I was just smashing it, and it's good because it's got a nemesis system, Gadget.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so you're like...
Warner Brothers not suing them.
No, as you're progressing, you get rivals, you know what I mean? You get like, maybe you knocked him off the road last race and they remember and shit like that, or they become your... In the story mode's a bit different because it's like scripted nemesis, but when you play it like a tournament mode or you're just going through it on your own back, you get like... And you can see them on the tracks and you're like, I'm coming up to him, and they're clever. The AI's clever. He'll be like, "Oh, here he is," and so he'll creep up so you can't overtake him. But then you get in his what do they call it? Drift. When the blocking wind, so you go a bit faster. Slipstream.
Yeah, drafted.
So you can get in the slipstream and fucking do it, mate. It's brilliant, and then it just gets him even more angry. It's just I don't know. It's just really good, but it's tight. The controls are tight, and I'm telling you now, DualSense 5 were made for racing games. Those fucking triggers. They are so good for racing games. The haptic triggers.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, I think it's brilliant. Thanks, Kurt, for lending me that when I'm done. It shall be returned. But it's really good. Grid legends.
Speaking of Kurt, me and Noodles, just quickly, we went on the Never Watchers. It's out now. We did a Phase 4 wrap-up with them, didn't we? So you can listen to that.
Told them off, didn't I?
Yeah. Put them right where they were wrong. Yeah, that's out now, so you can go listen to that.
Please listen to that. Who else? Gadget, what have you been doing?
So yeah, I've been playing a bit of Dredge. I've been playing a bit of Resident Evil 4. So yeah, we've kind of been over those so far. But the main thing I've been watching this week was I started watching Succession on Now TV. And it is...
Oh, the Brian Cox one.
The Brian Cox one. And it is one of the best telly shows that I've ever seen. It's
I've watched a few episodes of it.
So, reading from Wikipedia, Succession is an American satirical black comedy drama television series on HBO. The series centers on the Roy family, owners of Waystar Royco, a global media and entertainment conglomerate, who are fighting for the control of the company amid uncertainty about the health of the family's patriarch, Logan Roy, who's played by Brian Cox. It is slick.
Brian Cox.
Not that Brian Cox. It is slick. It is vicious. It is so well written. The characters. Now, I need to point this out. The characters unilaterally are arseholes.
Dickheads.
They are the worst fucking people. I have watching it. I have a feeling that they're kind of based loosely on Rupert Murdoch's family and also Donald Trump's family, in the way that they are kind of. They're arseholes, but they're also kind of conniving around each other, kind of fighting for power within the family. Among the cast, so you got Jeremy Strong playing Kendall Roy, the oldest, the most prominent of the sons. Alan Ruck as Connor, the oldest son. Kieran Culkin as Roman. I didn't know Macaulay Culkin had a brother.
He was in
What?
He was in Thingy.
He's in Home Alone.
I didn't know that.
He's the one that pisses bed, and he's also in Scott Pilgrim.
I didn't know that, but he's fucking brilliant as Roman. You get Sarah Snook as Siobhan or Shiv, and her fiance Matthew is played by Matthew McFadden, which is nice to see him getting some American work. As Tom Wamsgans, and you get the young kind of cousin, great grandnephew Greg, played by Nicholas Braun. It's brilliant. It's really, really good. They are absolutely terrible to each other. So I'm about 8 episodes into the first season. So far, like it started off with Kendall kind of wanting to be promoted to be the CEO of the company, like hoping that his father's going to step down once he closes this big deal. His father refuses to, and then he has a stroke. And then it's like, it's all kind of hands to the pump, like who's going to run the company? You know, we've got to keep the stock price up and all that. So lots of kind of internal family politics, and eventually comes up with Kendall being the CEO and Roman being the COO. And then, because they're not sure whether Logan's going to get better, Logan does. Logan kicks the fuck off about it. And it just carries on like that. It is absolutely brilliant. It's well put together. Brian Cox is absolutely incredible in it.
Brian Cox.
He absolutely sells the stern patriarch that the entire family is scared of. Like, they all are scared of him. And there is...
I'm trying to think why I stopped watching it. Is it on a subscrition that I bought?
It's on Now TV.
I run out of trial. There must have been a reason why I stopped, because I really liked what I watched. I was like 4 episodes.
Yeah, but there is a scene in the first season where Kendall tries to engineer a vote of no confidence in his dad and tries to like kick him out. Yep. And it inevitably loses. And Logan's response to it, like Brian Cox's acting, is incredible. Like, he tears strips off Kendall. And like, I mean, Jeremy Strong, who's playing Kendall, is a very good actor in his own right and plays it really well as this guy who's like, in one moment kind of full of like vim and vigor and like wants to kick my dad at the company, and then he like kind of like Constantina's down to being like a little boy who's being told off by his dad. And it's so powerful. It's like everyone is firing on all cylinders. And the final season's currently airing at the minute, so obviously I'm just going through season 1. I'm kind of catching up with things. By all accounts,
it's been cancelled, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't been cancelled. No, they're coming to a natural end.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Then. By all accounts, according to Tig and Angry Kurt on our Discord, the quality never drops. So I'm looking forward to kind of banging through the whole thing. Oh, mate,
it's got like stupidly mint reviews.
Yeah.
Forever. You know what I mean?
Season 4 is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I knew it was like fucking huge, but that must have been why I stopped, because it's Now TV.
Yeah.
Fucking £10 a month. Fuck.
You could have watched it when you were going back over The Last of Us.
I didn't watch Last of Us on Now TV.
Oh, you dirty pirate. But also, it's got a banging theme tune. The theme tune is so good. It's got this kind of dark, lo-fi, chill vibe to it, but then it's just like kind of really creepy as well. So yeah, I like
that. I like the music, the intro music.
Yeah, the music is very good. So everything about it's very good. I can't fault it at all.
I'll probably watch it on that website I watched The Last of Us on.
Yo,
it's completely legitimate, guys.
Pirate's life for you.
On the good ship VPN. God, I love Atlas VPN. Proudly sponsors Modern Escapism. I wish.
Yeah, but definitely Brian Cox and Kieran Culkin are the stands out of the show. Actually, Sarah Snook as well as Shiv. She's very good. She's very, very subtle with the way she tries to manipulate events to her favour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all just unscrupulous bastards.
Oh, they're absolutely horrible to each other. Really, really awful people. In the funniest ways possible. There's the episode we're watching at the minute that they're going into family therapy.
You should listen to...
they're there the night before doing this family therapy thing. And they're all nervous about it. And Roman, played by Kieran Culkin, who is a bit of a pervert and a bit of a sex pest kind of thing, he just goes up to his older brother and says, "So when the therapy starts, I'm going to tell him that that you were fucking me when I was a kid." And then it's this back and forth argument about, well, I didn't fuck you. He says, well, you didn't say that at the time, and so back and forth. It's so fucking funny. Like, I was dying laughing.
You need to listen to.
He sells it properly.
You need to listen to Macaulay Culkin's podcast where he interviews his brother Kieran about Succession.
Yeah.
He's a good podcast, is Macaulay Culkin. He's got some fucking stories about Michael Jackson's duvet. Telling you now.
And there's the pod title, Michael Jackson's duvet. And apparently Alexander Skarsgård comes into it later on as well.
Oh, I'm in.
So some of the the Skarsgård family's just in everything, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Making everything
multi-
sexy
Yeah,
about
all
their
bastards
presence.
as well. Like, yeah, even Stellan were good looking in his early years. You know what I mean? They're all fucking gorgeous, fucking Swedes.
6'5" gods.
They are built. They are built. The Northman. Oh, okay, now none of them got clothes on. Yeah, cool. Who's left? The last one will be Candy, won't it?
Yeah, so I was going to talk about this in the green room, but seeing as we all jumped in on Mario, I played one of the Dark Pictures anthologies, and I played
Which one?
Little Hope.
Is that the newest one?
No, it's the latest one is The Devil in Me, The Devil in I, or is that a Slipknot song?
Yeah,
Devil in Me.
yeah.
Slipknot song.
So Little Hope, yeah. So Little Hope's the one with Will Poulter in it, and yeah, it's not a winner. This one, I'm afraid. So the previous one, the only other about Dark Pictures one I've played is Man of Medan. Other than that, I've played The Quarry, which
Do you
is
know which one I really liked? The Iraq one.
I haven't played that.
To Iraq.
I haven't played that.
That's the only one with like a camera that you can control. It's a full 3D camera, and it makes it really. There's shooting in it.
Yeah.
There's genuinely shooting in it. It's not a shooting game. It's still a Dark Pictures.
So that's one of
thing,
that's one of the first ones, then, is it?
I don't know what it's called, that one, but it's in Iraq, and you play as half the game you're an Iraqi insurgent, and half the game you're a hoorah Marine, and it's ghosts and monsters and stuff. It's good. It's really good.
Well, this one,
You'd like it.
The trouble is, I mean, we played it, the three of us, and it was one of the movie night ones. So you literally you choose 2 players each, and you pass the controller around. So that's the first time I've done it that way. Which is all right. It kind of works, but if you choose the wrong characters, that you're sitting out for a lot of it, which, depending on how you feel about the game, might be a bit of a blessing. If you're just rather,
there's always a main character in them games, even if they try and.
Yeah, well, it was obviously Will Poulter in this one, but I think that
I didn't like The Quarry. Did you like The Quarry?
Don't say anything because we just started that last week, me and Kate.
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I really
just
enjoyed
saying.
it. So I hope you like it. We really enjoyed it. I think The Quarry and from what I've heard, Until Dawn are a lot
Until
more.
Dawn's good.
Yeah,
Until
are a
Dawn's
lot
my
better.
favourite.
But the trouble with this one is there's just so little difference in the environments you're in. It's literally like you're inside, then you're outside, and it's in the woods or on a road or in a shack, and that's it. Like they could do with a little bit of variation, and you can tell it's just kind of thrown together a little bit. You've got the dead eyes as well, which haunts the entire series, including The Quarry. You know, the kind of
They're terrible.
It's a weird one because
They're all glassy and weird, aren't they?
yeah, it's a weird one because the graphics at some points look
Good.
really, really amazing, but it's just a little bit uncanny, all a bit uncanny valley.
It's been the same. I mean, it was the same with Until Dawn, but you can kind of forgive that for being 2014. But yeah, all those games, that entire series, all the ones from the Until Dawn developer and they're all the same developer, aren't they?
Supermassive.
Yeah, Supermassive. They all have that uncanny look to them, and it's a weird thing because they've leveled up so much other tech. They've never really up-leveled the facial capture to make it look.
The problem is the problem is with the whole series as well. Like Until Dawn was massive budget. Rami Malek, Aidan Penitentiary, whatever she's called.
Panetia.
You've got what's his name? The sometimes plays the Russians. That guy, that little
Peter Stormare
guy. That's the guy. You know who I meant by that accent. I think he's Swedish as well.
He is Swedish, but he always plays Russians.
Yeah, he always plays Russians. He's got everyone in it, and then the others have got like maybe one good star. Like the Iraq. Look, trust me, Candy, play the Iraq one.
Yeah.
It's that good. I forgot its name. It's got the girl from High School Musical in it. She's
Okay.
but it's just good. It's just like, I think that's my second favourite one after, but the critics didn't like it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
Until Dawn is the best.
Yeah, I enjoyed Man of Medan. It's fine, so it's not a Dark Pictures anthology problem necessarily. And actually, they're so there's The Devil in Me, not I. And I think they're doing a VR one, aren't they? I think, or they have done a VR one.
They did a VR version of Until Dawn at one point as well.
They did, yeah.
The PSVR.
But yeah, this
you had Rami Malek right up in your face.
Oh, but yeah, this also didn't really kind of stick the landing either. It's kind of like Man of Medan. If you've played it, not everything is quite exactly what it appears to be, and rather than just kind of sticking with it kind of goes down a sort of witchcrafty sort of Salem witch trials type thing with a bit of random pagan imagery as well. I think they were just trying to throw in a little bit of everything, and it didn't really.
House of Ashes is the Iraq one.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't realise it was about Iraq.
God, we're a fucking shambling mess this week, aren't we?
It's about the George W. Bush Iraq.
I did not realise that. So yeah, no, I'll give that a go. But yeah, this one it was fun to play because it's multiplayer and there are a bunch of us in a room, and it was fun just because of that. But if you're playing it online or if you're playing it, God help you, by yourself. Just don't.
Why aren't you streaming these, Candy, for content?
I don't know. I didn't think to.
Well, do House of Ashes.
I just noticed they did a few VR games actually.
Yeah,
they did. So Rush of Blood was the one I had, which is basically it's called Until Dawn. Rush of Blood. It has nothing to do with
clown one, innit?
Until Dawn at all. It's just
that.
it wasn't great. You shot targets and it's like a roller coaster
ride on rails, isn't it?
Yeah, the Impatient.
And then
they're doing Switchback VR Dark Pictures, which is a real shooter video game. So nothing particularly great.
VR games aren't real games, guys.
No, I think they are kind of. I don't know if they're like rebooting the Dark Pictures series or exactly what's happening, but I think The Devil in Me is the last in this kind of series of them. Yes. So I don't know if it's going to go away for a bit and come back in a different kind of form. I'm not really sure.
They get published by Bandai Namco now, so they've got some money.
Yeah, well, there's a to be announced Dark Pictures Anthology Directive 8020 TBA.
Yeah. Cool.
Apparently, they're doing a cyberpunk horror story as well soon. That's coming up. Not cyberpunk the world, but a cyberpunk style horror story. I like Supermassive games. I think they're good. They're a proper throwback to like CD-ROM games. Remember them?
Yeah, Killzone with Biggie.
I do. Fuck off.
No, they did.
They did.
What?
Just look at the games. Yeah, they did a Killzone.
They did the PS Vita Killzone.
Killzone HD.
Okay.
Come on, Biggie. Fucking hell.
It's your favourite series, mate. You should know this.
Get the Vita now. Excellent.
Bullshit.
So speaking of games that people haven't played, it's time for the main topic. Backlogs. People that don't know. Again, it's nothing to do with plumbing. It's not really a toilet disaster. It's usually, when it comes to games you've purchased and you've just not got to. Sometimes, like Stig's told me, your wish lists on films, books, things that it's there. It's in the back burner all the time. And some people get really like anxiety about it, don't they? I can't sleep knowing these games exist. So we're just going to discuss some of our backloggage. I'm going to start because mine's an obvious one and a plug for another podcast. All my adult life, I've been one of the very few people that have played watched Harry Potter. It's always been there when when you bring it up in a conversation, people talk about it, and I'm like, I've never seen him. Everyone's like, you know what I mean? What? Imagine someone telling you that they don't like chips. It's that kind of big thing. It's a proper big deal.
Can't imagine it.
It's a huge deal. And I've only just started, because I've only seen one Harry Potter still. I've started to like dig away at it. But that's because, when's it coming out, Stick?
June.
Frank Herbert's June. We're going to start Kenny Potter and the Patreon.
Expecto Patreonum.
Expecto Patreonum. I don't know. where
I love how you're plugging your show, you can't even do the title of it.
We've already recorded an episode, I still forgot. We've already done one. Where we discuss my point of view of it, these two, Stig and Candy's point of view, who are experts, massive fans, and you'll get my insight of it. It's like Too Faff, Too Curious, but a lot less of angry bald men. In fact, there's 0 angry bald men in it. So
I could have been, because I haven't seen them either.
have you not, mate?
No. I've watched about half of the first one, that was it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to spoil you what I think of the first film. You've got to listen to that in June. It's coming out free, that first one, for everyone, isn't it? Just as a taster. We're like drug dealers. We give you that first one, then when you want more, you got to pay, baby. You got to pay. But yeah, also another one, since I've done this podcast with Stig, he's always gone on about Paddington. Paddington this, Paddington that. Paddington 2 is the best film ever made.
Great fucking film. It's a great film.
I've just never... I think that's there on the backlog because I know I have to watch it because it's an award-winning film. It's a very loved film. It's got loads of actors I love in it. I've just never been in that head space to just sit and watch it. My kids have seen it. You know what I mean?
Don't need to be any headspace to watch Paddington. It's just there. It's just
Do you reckon I'm just going to like it?
I mean, if you don't, you're dead inside.
I'm not dead inside. I'm quite alive.
Good. Then you'll like it.
And the last main one I really... No, there's 2 actually. BioShock 2 and 3. I own them. They are on my collection. I streamed the first one to much success.
Apart from the ending.
Apart from the ending, because I got drunk and played it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Luckily, by all accounts, and I think so as well, I streamed the best bits.
Yeah, you did.
Because
But we didn't get closure.
No, you didn't. The ending to that left me a bit... Ooh,
We didn't get to see your
dislike it.
hatred for the last boss.
It's not good, is it?
It's just...
Not good, is it? But yeah, I've got 2 and 3 still to go. And the only reason I've not really gone to them is because I kind of want to stream them. I kind of want to bring that back out and do it that way. Because apparently 3's got a lot of it's quite a fence-sitter game. Some people love it, some people fucking hate it.
I think people get them the wrong way around because
Wasn't it marketed weird?
It was marketed completely wrong. But people talk up Infinite more than they talk up 2. I think 2's a great game. It's just not the same as the first BioShock. It's much more of it's kind of more of an arena shooter in the respect that you go into a place and you have to, because you're playing a big daddy, you have to keep the little sister safe.
He's on the box art, isn't he? He's on the
so you've got to keep the little sister you've got with you safe. So you have to kind of set up traps. You have to keep her safe. You have to manage. So it becomes a little bit like a slow version of Doom.
But the shooting bits are not my bits on BioShock. You saw me, mate.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I can't shoot.
But you also get more plasmids, and you've also got the big hand drill thing. So
now that
I still enjoyed
interesting.
it.
I enjoyed all 3.
And Minerva's Den, the DLC for 2, is incredible.
Yeah, I've got them all, Anna, because it's all in that collection.
Yeah. Infinite is good, but it has some problems throughout, especially narrative problems. And it didn't deliver what they promised.
I think it's
not
a
a bad
bit of
game.
a glorious mess, isn't it, really? It certainly does some things amazingly, and I think it rounds off the series
But that's
really well.
An English breakfast. It's a glorious mess of just everything, isn't it?
And you just avoid the beans.
No.
My favourite bit, I think, in 3 was where you meet, you go into one of the areas and it's like the lower class.
Are you spoiling this right?
No. Everyone's really hungry and they go, oh, I'm so hungry, I haven't eaten for weeks. And then you rummage in the bin next to them, there's like bread and stuff in there.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
The immersion
Really
breaking.
immersion breaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, shit, innit? But yeah, the other one is another thing that people's witnessed, and I've bought it day it came out, and I just can't finish it, and that's Alien Isolation.
Oh, I really need you to finish that one, man. It's so good.
It's so frightening, mate. It scares the absolute shit out of me.
I haven't
People
finished that
say,
either.
"What's
to be honest.
scariest game you've ever played?" And that is the scariest game. Because,
I mean, I'm not going to
it tricks
disagree with
you.
you. It's a really fucking scary game.
It tricks you though. You saw me on stream. Oh, brilliant! I've got a fucking Colt, fucking hand cannon here. Xenomorph's coming. All right, I'll shoot it. Gadget's like, nah,
Nope.
nah.
Don't waste your ammo. Best use I found for the gun is further you get into the game, you'll get areas where the alien is kind of stomping around one part of the level and you've got some human enemies around. And what I would do is I would sprint through the group of human enemies, fire 2 shots into the air, and run. And
So the alien comes and gets them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Solve one problem.
I just think it's so scary. I think it's so fucking scary. It just frightens the shit out of me.
Of course it is.
Yeah, androids are very
The
unnerving.
breathing. I never saw the androids. I never got that far.
You're walking around with the tracker,
There's no working
and
Joe.
you just hear the beep, beep. And you're like, oh fuck. It's getting closer. It's getting faster.
I never even got the tracker, mate. That's
The best thing with the tracker is when you work out that it can hear the tracker when you're in a locker. Like the first time that you're in the locker, you use the tracker to keep an eye on where it is, and then it kind of walks past, turns to you, and just rips you out the locker. It's fucking hilarious.
that.
So good. I'm definitely gonna
Even
play
when
that
you
on VR
save
at some
it,
point.
when you're saving the game, you're not safe.
Nope. Well, I mean, you're safe as long as it doesn't say enemies nearby. If there's enemies nearby, don't fucking save.
Oh, it's just.
Wait
I
until
will
enemies
do
are
it.
not nearby.
I will do it, and that is for me. That is the biggest backlog game I've.
I want you to do it because the thing is, when you get to the end of that game, you unclench in a way I've never unclenched before.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's almost like it's an unclench that's almost the level of an orgasm because you're like, I'm free.
Yeah, dude. I don't want my piles to come back. I've suffered enough. I got through that. Don't let me do it again. But yeah, I will. That's the biggest. That's the pedestal Alien Isolation because it's a world I adore. The films I adore. I've read the books. I've listened to the audio dramas. I just can't play that game. It's scary. It's genuinely. It scares the shit out of me. Someone told me to play it on easy. It's not even to do with the difficulty. It's just the foreboding.
Anxiety.
The atmosphere
Anxiety.
is so good in it.
Xenomorph is the ultimate predator. It's the ultimate killing machine. It's the apex life form. And I'm Ellen Ripley's daughter. It's not enough. It's not enough.
The thing is,
Need to
just
do
by
more.
virtue of genetics, you'll know you survive.
Get your hands off of you, bitch. Yeah. But yeah, they're my main takeaways. I might think of more. Fuck Green Room. I can't. I'm not one of them people that just. You guys are humble bundlers and stuff, aren't you? So I'm looking forward to this. But let's start with Biggie. See what he's got.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest backlog is my PlayStation account because I had my PS4 obviously before my PS5, so my collection is massive. You know my history with Final Fantasy VII, so I've never finished.
But you actually got over though, didn't you?
I did. I finished.
Beautiful
9, but I
moment
never
in
finished 8.
modern escapism history when he claimed to have completed that game. I never saw
I
it.
did.
No.
I've got the platinum to prove it. Yeah, I never finished 8, never finished 10 or 12.
Did you beat
I
9 then, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, 9.
Really enjoyed that. I have the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I completed the demo. I haven't done the actual game.
Spoiler alert, mate, it's not as good as the original.
Yeah, I know.
It's good though.
God of War Ragnarok, I haven't started yet. Far Cry, I quite enjoyed playing 4, and then went and tried to play 3, and it's now up to 6.
Far Cry 2 is my
Yakuza
favourite.
series. Far Cry 2.
Yeah, I love that one.
I played it again, didn't finish it. Yakuza series, I started that. I'm only on 0. Quite enjoyed that. Where I got
Right
to,
at
but
the
never went
beginning.
to. Never went to that. Death Stranding.
What?
I
Resident
left
Evil
so much stuff
7
out
and
for
8.
you in Death Stranding. I left your whole network
I
ready,
know
ready
you
to
have.
go.
Yeah.
It's all going to be
I
did
empty
say
now.
sucked
that.
it off because it's boring.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
You haven't been on
Dull as
Candy's
fuck.
Bypass yet.
Don't care.
No.
Candy's Bypass goes through the whole of America.
Sucked that right off.
And there's
Hitman
cars, like
series.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Hitman series. Disco Elysium. Really sad about that. I need to
Disco
go back to
Elysium.
that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Disgusting.
At least once you've started
Days
that as well.
Gone. I
'cause,
want
like,
to start.
because
Which one?
Are these ones that you started as well, or are they just ones you've bought?
Yeah, the ones. Some of these I've started as well.
Oh, see, this is your problem, right? You gotta stick to one game. I mean, I'm not
It's so
right
hard
now.
when you
I'm
get
playing about
distracted.
4 different games, but it's on different systems, so I mix it, go between.
I don't. I that's what I do. I'm same as Stiggy. I have one on one, one on t'other.
If I start one, I'll just never finish them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with
Still
like
got a huge
Dragon
backlog.
Quest 11 because I remember Oodles when he first talked about it, which made me go back playing it, and then I just keep dropping in and out of that game, not realizing now how big it is. But yeah,
I told you, it's 3 games in one, mate. I told you this.
I got focused on it, and then I don't play anything else. I had Modern Warfare 2. I was doing the Battle Pass for that.
This
takes
is
up
why
a lot
you
of my
don't
time.
do other stuff, because you play these service games. We're not
But
massive on service games. Us lot.
I like what I like.
I know you do. I'm not blaming you. I'm not having a
Defensive
go.
element.
Days Gone. Leave me alone. Days Gone. I want to
Battlefield
start.
too much. That's...
Leave Peggy alone.
Days Gone.
Hollow Knight.
Days Gone's good.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I
Which
mean,
one?
I got to the first town and stopped there for some reason. It just
You've not
I don't
finished
know.
Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the best games ever
Nope.
made. You crackpot.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't finished Red Dead either, but that is on my backlog.
And me.
But
I couldn't put it down, could you? I could not put that game down.
How far into Hollow Knight did you get?
not very far. I've probably
Didn't
played it
get
for
I think at first
an hour
map.
or so.
Dirtmouth, maybe?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Jesus.
Just didn't know which way I was going. Went to an area, got beaten up a few times. I was like,
So
yeah, I'm not in the mood for
in
this.
your little list already, you've named Disco Elysium, Hollow Knight,
I
Red
know.
Dead Redemption 2. Best games ever made, some of them.
It gets worse. So Divinity
Oh, no.
Original Sin, I
Oh,
started.
so good!
Yeah.
It's the
Stopped on
starting,
that
the
one.
stopping, the starting, the stopping.
Stop starting them.
Well, speaking of which,
I've one
I
game
also
like
have
that.
Dark Souls 1, which you all well know. I need to go
know.
I
back
don't
to.
fucking know that, mate.
But it's a punishing game. I don't see you streaming a punishing game.
You've gotten over the hardest bit of the
I don't
game.
like them. So I just don't bother playing.
Exactly.
You've literally...
It's a
It's all
love-hate
downhill from where
relationship
you
I've
are
got.
now, mate.
You've beat
done the
Ornstein and
hardest boss.
Smo. That is the hardest boss.
It doesn't get any
It's
harder.
not just that. Because of sales, I also have Dark Souls 2, 3, Neo 1 and 2, Sekiro, and Elden Ring,
You don't like
Jesus
these games, so why
Christ.
are
and
you buying them?
Bloodborne. Because I thought I was going to get through them, and then I didn't realise just how
Biggie.
punishing they were.
Play Sekiro, play Bloodborne.
Sekiro
Some of
was
these
incredible.
are the best fucking games ever.
I tell you what, like Elden Ring is very different in my. Well,
Elden
from
Ring's
what I've seen.
completely different, isn't it?
Much easier.
It's a lot easier. Come on, you're
Yeah.
destroying me,
And
man.
they're just a few that I've picked out of my massive list of games that I just either never started.
You are Billy Backlog.
I have a
you are.
purchasing problem. I have a problem.
Fucking Jesus. Speaking of problems,
My
Candy.
name's Biggie, and I've got a backlog problem.
Biggie's is nothing in compared to mine.
Uh-oh.
It's so bad. So I'll get to the games is the main offender for me. I'll get to that last. Film wise, I don't have that many films because I have the cinema
Because you're
card.
never
so-
at the cinema.
Yeah, I can go to the cinema when I want. And other than that, streaming wise, I can just kind of stream it when I want. There are a couple.
Hang on. Do you go to cinema all the time because you didn't have a toilet for so long?
No, but that's a really good idea. I still
Noodles,
don't
not
have
every-
a
not
I do
every-
have a toilet, it just didn't work very well.
Not everyone goes to cinema to poo oodles.
No, but they're really good.
You can when you're there. Yeah.
Cineworld's toilets are decent. Like, they're good toilets.
They're usually pretty good. But yeah, a couple of my films that I haven't seen yet. It's The Whale, Cocaine Bear, and I want to see the D&D film as well.
Yes.
I've got a couple of role-playing games that I have purchased the books for, and I haven't had a go. Bunkers and Badasses would be one of them, which is the tie-in to Tiny Tina. The other one is the Fallout RPG, and that was a case of opening the book, reading the rules, closing the book again, and putting it safely back on the shelf.
Yeah, the
Where
Fallout
it shall
RPG
stay.
looks very complicated. I've got that book as well, and I keep saying to like Candy and some of our other friends, like, "Oh, I'm going to run a game of this, try and work out how to do it," and then I get around to planning it, and I look at the book, and my brain falls out my ears.
Yeah,
It's
like,
really
you know what, never
complicated
mind.
system.
It's almost as complicated as trying to play Fallout 1 or 2. Books. I've got books. So there's the year before last, one of my
Why'd you buy books if you've not finished the last one?
because I'm a collector.
I'm a book
collector.
hoarder too.
So
Digital books, baby.
Yeah, but they're
That's
just
worse,
as bad.
though.
That's just as bad because they don't take up space.
Yeah,
Don't take up
exactly.
space, and you can just like go in and like torrent like 4,000 EPUBs, and then you've got the most eternal backlog of books.
I like
Or
just
if you
having
have
one at a
Audible
time.
credits. So one
I
of
use them
my
every month.
one of my New Year's resolutions a couple of years ago was to read the entire Witcher series, and I've read. Well, I say read, I mean listen to, because I don't read, I listen to things.
Still counts.
Is that the one with Scottish Geralt?
One of them's kind of Northern Geralt. It sounds like Sean
Yeah.
Bean. Yeah,
And there's a
bastard.
Scottish Geralt one, and it's
I
like,
haven't got to that one.
Bastard!
oh yeah, it's like,
There's-
hi the new, I'm Geralt of Rivia.
There's one where they call Dandelion, which was a bit of a puzzle.
Dandelion,
Oh,
yeah, there
God.
is. Dandelion. Which you were called Jaskier in books, so I don't even know why they called him Dandelion.
Right? Because, well, apparently Jaskier is dandelion in Polish,
It is.
but
It is, yeah.
I don't know where dandelion came from.
Just run it
Done
through
do it.
them.
When people on audio are read a name, but they haven't, you can tell that sometimes they haven't checked with the author and how it's pronounced, and they've just gone, this is how I think it's pronounced, and you're just like, that's clearly not how it's
Speaking of that,
pronounced.
right? I finished my audiobook this month. I Am Ozzy, you know, the Ozzy Osbourne autobiography. And it's narrated by a Brummie guy, and he does a really good Ozzy Osbourne impression, but it's obviously legible. You can hear him. But he says, instead of half, he says half. And it does me head in. He said, I've had half a night's sleep, and I was halfway up, and I'm like, stop saying half. We're just bugging, do you know, when
Yeah.
some words, it's like, stop fucking saying it. And it's half is a word you say a lot. Do you know what I mean? It just kept coming up. Oh, you were fucking doing me head in. So I'll give it a 4-star.
So yeah, I managed the first couple of hours. I managed half of the first book. Never went
Get
back
up,
to it.
fucking dickhead. Do you say that as well?
I say arf.
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 Arf, 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 arf.
So-
To be fair, the Last Wish is half a good book. Like,
Yeah,
because it's like
yeah.
5 stories.
an
5
omnibus,
short
isn't
stories.
it?
Yeah. Like, about half of it is really good. Like,
the actual Last Wish is good.
the Last
story,
Wish
The
is
Last
fucking
Wish.
brilliant.
It's fantastic. That's his best work.
Yeah. They could have made a Witcher movie just based on that story.
Yeah, that's
It
his
would've
best
worked.
work. That's the only one you have to, in my opinion, it's a must read. Just that one short story. It's not that short, actually, if you
Yeah.
think about it.
But so, a couple of, also with it being an anthology, all the timeline's out of order, so it just
Right.
sometimes
Blood
doesn't
of
make
Elves.
sense.
Blood of Elves is a bit.
Oh,
Well, I never
hate
like
it.
there's
I
there's
hated
kind
Blood
of
of Elves. Didn't
varying
like it at all.
there's varying suggestions in which order to read them as well, which is a bit of a confusion because it's not
Just
you
read
don't
them.
necessarily have to read them in the order which they were released.
No.
That's a good one. That's a good one with the guy that's like a beast, like Beauty and the Beast. He was in the show as well. That's a good one.
Right.
And when he had a vampire living upstairs.
Okay. Yeah. No, I actually heard that's the first one, isn't it? That's the first story.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
had
that's
I
a
had
good one.
heard that one. I quite enjoyed that.
And
That was good.
he can magic anything he wants, but he's still a beast.
Yeah. The Dune series.
The June series, you mean?
Dune, because it's not a month.
There's only a few essential ones in that. That's the problem as well.
Yeah.
So and I've got the graphic novels as well, and I just haven't.
Apparently
I'm
brilliant, then.
determined to like it. I feel like if I get through the books or at least some of them, I will then go to the films and be like, it's clicked.
It's worth remembering Dune Messiah is terrible.
Okay, so I'll strike that off the list then.
But it's the second book in the Paul Atreides series.
What
I
about
think I
the
would
God
have to-
Emperor June?
I think sometimes you don't realise something's awful until it's finished. So that might be
This-
it might be a case of maybe this is not so bad. This will
The Frank Herbert series of books, it's effectively 2 trilogies. So you get up to
Yeah, they're
Children
different, aren't they?
of Dune, and you get like God Emperor of Dune and stuff like that going forward. The first 3
When
books,
he becomes a giant fucking.
don't spoil it for her. The first 3 books, the middle one is terrible. The second 3 books, the last one is terrible, and then everything that came after that, written by Brian Herbert, is an atrocity to literature.
Even grammatically, it's terrible.
Because Brian Herbert has made a writing career off his dad's name and can't fucking write.
Oh dear.
No,
Well, I haven't got, that's
fan fiction,
not
then.
actually in the backlog, so
No,
it's just
it's just
I think it's the first 3 I've got.
focus on the first
Use
3.
them as kindling.
Yeah, focus
I
on the
have
first
the-
3. But thankfully, Messiah is the shortest of the first 3.
Yeah, it's
It just
the worst.
now happens in it.
Quick.
I've got the third one to do, and I just didn't do it because Messiah was so shit.
No, Children of Dune is much
First
better.
one
than
is
Really
Messiah.
good.
great, and that's how I went straight
No,
to the
Children
second
of
one.
June's really good.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, this is just waffle.
Yeah, Dune
Yeah,
Messiah.
it's waffle.
Dune Messiah is waffle where nothing fucking happens until the last 5 pages, but then Children of Dune picks it back up again and it's really good.
Good.
Mm. And the final series of books, I've got hundreds of books that I need to read, but the thing is, there's so many books out there, I could name them all off and you'd be like,
remember, Candy,
what?
This is a 1 hour podcast.
Exactly. So I'm not going to. Just wait till I get to the games. The final book series that I want to read, and I was put off by the first chapter of the first one because something happens that I found a little bit. I found it a bit violent. My imagination is just a little bit too kind of. It's just too imaginary. So something fairly horrific happens in the first chapter, and that's the Rivers of London series by Is it Aronovich? Aaron Aronovich?
Yeah. Yep.
Which I've heard brilliant things about, and everyone rates them highly. And I was put off by this first chapter, but actually, people have told me that what happens isn't exactly what meets the eye, so I need to go back to that.
Very good.
So going on to my games list then, and what I want you to do is take a note whilst we're going, and whichever one between the pod you suggest that I play, I will play it next before I play anything else. I'll get this game played.
Dragon Quest 11.
That's not on my backlog.
I'll buy it.
Right, so this is going to be in alphabetical order.
Uh-oh.
Abzu, The Artful Escape, Bloodborne, Borderlands 1, Tales from the Borderlands, Call of Cthulhu, Days Gone, Dead Space, original and remake, Death's Door, Disco Elysium, The Dishonored series, Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Morrowind, Erica, Evil Dead, Far Cry 5, Far Cry 6, Ghost of Tsushima, Ghostwire Tokyo. And I should just say that I've played maybe like a couple of hours or like 5% or less of some of these, so I have started some of them. Hades, Hogwarts Legacy, Hollow Knight, Journey to the Savage Planet, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, Mass Effect, all of them,
What?
Monster Hunter World, No Man's Sky, Ori and the Blind Forest and Will o' the Wisps, Outer Wilds, Oxenfree, Phasmophobia, Red Dead Redemption 2, Resi 4, Sea of Solitude, Sea of Thieves, Shadow of the Colossus, Jedi Fallen Order, Soma, Streets of Rage 4, Subnautica, The Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted, all of them, Until Dawn, Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Zone of the Enders.
What?
Fucking hell, Candy.
A Kojima game you've not finished?
I know. And these are all
Fucking
ones
weird.
that I've paid for. These are not even the download ones.
I mean, what jumps? The two jump straight out to me from that list: Disco Elysium and Dead Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disco Elysium and Hades for me.
Right. That's
Mass
so
Effect.
Disco Elysium and Hollow Knight.
So Disco
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Elysium.
And
Any of those games.
Red
Any of
Dead
those
Redemption
games.
2 and The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can scrub Borderlands off because I bet they're shite.
Probably the first
no.
one.
Borderlands 1 is not
No,
as good as
it
Borderlands
isn't.
2.
Borderlands, mate. Far Cry. Whatever.
Get rid.
Um,
Days Gone's really good. It's long though, so don't
Yeah.
start that first. Don't start that first.
it's not essential though, is it? It's good,
No,
but not
it's good, not
essential.
no,
I-
it's not. It's not essential. You can come back at it later in life.
I think those first ones that we picked up, so Disco Elysium, Dead Space, Hollow Knight, and
Hades.
and
Hades.
Hades. Those four are essential.
Okay.
I think he alternate story and action. So I would say go Disco Elysium, then
Right.
Hollow Knight, then Dead Space, then Hades. In that
Yeah.
Disco
order.
Elysium, Hollow Knight,
Disco Elysium
2,
is like
Dead Space.
it crosses
3.
boundaries of a medium. It's
Hades 4.
it's essential. It's genuinely.
Also, you need to play Last of Us 2 before the Series 2 comes out.
I will definitely do that.
As
And
it-
I've spoken about my reasons.
It came out
It's-
at the wrong time, that game.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Wrong
that's the same for me. Like, I had no particular objection to The Last of Us 2 other than it was 2020 and everything was so
You were
unresoundingly
stuck in your
bleak.
house.
We were stuck in my house, and it was just too upsetting a story to play at the time. I do want to go back to that as well, actually.
I think it's one of the best playing third-person action games ever made.
Also,
It plays incredible.
on a tangent related to that, I saw someone on Reddit today suggesting Florence Pugh to play Abby in season 2.
Nah,
She's not big enough.
Hey, you could stack muscle on her.
I've already picked
I-
out my Abby.
Don't fucking touch her.
That one from The Mandalorian.
Don't you touch Florence Pugh ever.
Do you know something?
No, not Gina
Not-
Carano. Fuck
I was
her.
going to say.
Oh,
I can't remember her
I know
name,
the
I
one
apologise,
you
but
mean.
she looks the fucking part. I posted it in our...
She's got arms like fucking wrestler, hasn't she?
she's in the latest series.
Yeah, she's good.
Right, so then officially the first game I'm going to play before I do anything else is Disco Elysium.
You'll fucking love
Do
it.
yourself a favour.
It's dark as
Have you
fuck
got-
and it's full of Cockney voices.
Oh, you don't have a Switch, do you?
Don't have a Switch.
Because if you had the Switch version, it's very good because you can just play it anywhere.
I've got it on PS5.
I'll just get on with it.
Still worth it. Seriously, you will fall in love with the ancient reptilian voice because that's the voice I based Quattro off.
Oh, nice.
He talks a bit like that.
Officially
And
the best
it's,
voice ever.
And it's bringing you into your 2000s metal. It's Mikey from Sixth doing that voice.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
he does all of the internal voices actually.
Fucking cool. So
It's
yeah,
just a fucking sensational game.
It is. It's a
Stop being a
beautiful
stupid
game.
bastard about it.
Also, Kim Kitsuragi, best boy.
Mhm.
Oh, when I made him
It is
upset
cool.
and he went away for the night, I was...
Can't believe you upset Kim Kitsuragi.
You
It's-
can
Yeah,
upset
I
him.
must-
couldn't
you can
choose any other option other than to be racist towards him. And I was
Yeah.
like, how has it led me down this path? It's not fair.
Yeah, if you're racist to him, he takes offense and leaves you.
I
for the
wasn't
evening.
trying to be, but that's the only option I got there. He was off his head, and the option I got was to say something racist to him. And when he
thing
went,
is, though-
I'm going to go home for the night. I'll see you in the morning. I was like, that's it. And he left, and I went, oh, what have I done?
The thing is, though, guys, like Candy's gonna play it the perfect version of it, the fully voice acted version.
Yeah, because
The best-
there's a lot of
I am
reading.
genuinely going to go
It's
back
like-
and replay that game.
I'm
That's,
gonna- I'm
it's the
gonna
best
Steve
looking
Dickinson.
version. There's no loading times on PS5 at all. You
Just
just
fix the
boom.
problems with it as well.
It's perfect. Gadget. Fuck
So
me. What have you got?
I mean, I have a huge backlog.
It's got to be films for you, surely.
Well, actually, yes. Stig, have you got the list of films I haven't seen?
I don't have. I mean,
We haven't got enough time.
There's loads, but the little one that I've been putting together,
Gremlins.
I will find.
I ain't seen
Seven.
Gremlins. I ain't seen 7.
7. Yeah,
Um,
you can skip 7 nowadays. It's bad, isn't it?
Oh, don't worry about
It's a good movie.
that. He's hardly in it.
It is. Yeah, that's true.
I can't find it. It's way down the list. There it is.
It's
Gadget's
fine.
Movie Club. It's only got 7 films in the moment.
All right.
Rocky,
The big hitters. Yeah.
Gremlins, and you might as well stick Gremlins 2 in there if you're going to watch Gremlins 1.
Hulk Hogan's in it.
7, Nightcrawler, Drive, Cabin in the Woods, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I'm sure there's a lot more that we need to get in there, but
Probably, yeah.
I'll keep adding to him every time he just says, I'm not seeing that. But
I'm sorry. I didn't know you've not seen Cabin in the Woods. That's a film made for you, Gadget. It's the most meta fucking dungeon
So-
master fucking film ever. It's
I know,
weird, man.
I know, and I know the twist in it. And the reason why I didn't see it when it came out was because it was advertised as a horror film, and I don't really like horror
That's the
films.
clever thing about
No,
it.
no, I get that. The twist.
No, it's
but because,
not. That's. Do you remember the episode we did on things that were advertised wrong?
Yeah.
And I brought this up.
Yeah, like that's why I didn't see it because
Yeah.
it just like it looked like a generic / a horror film.
What you'll do, Ray? I know you'll watch Cabin in the Woods. You come out and go, guys, I've made a new campaign. We're doing a horror campaign. I know
Well, it's
exactly
like-
what'll come from you.
It's like I didn't see Get Out because that was marketed as a horror film
Mhm.
when it kind of isn't. It's more of a psychological thriller, and it would be
Have you
right
seen-
up my
have
street.
Have you seen
It's
that
about
now?
race, isn't it, rather than horror?
Yeah.
Have you seen Get Out now?
No, not yet, but that one is on a
Well,
backlog for me to watch.
That's good on the list.
Fuck. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in America?
I don't have to worry about that.
No, I don't
It's
think
4
so.
hours.
great
4 hours.
movie.
4 hours drawn out. It's not that good.
Doesn't matter. It's brilliant.
What about Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
No.
What about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
Oh, you got to watch that one. I'll put that one in.
I know. Again,
I'm just-
one I want to watch.
Watch all the Once Upon a Time films, mate. Come on.
Like, I've seen pretty much everything Tarantino's done. I just haven't seen that one yet. I don't know why. I just didn't get to it.
It's a really good film.
But yeah, I've got a huge backlog on PS5. That's mostly just because of PS Plus games. I just add them to my collection every time. It doesn't necessarily mean I want to actually play it.
I
It's
don't know
just
if
a free
they
game.
count, though. I don't know if they count.
Yeah.
It's the free games.
Like the two big ones for me, I guess it's not that I didn't play them, but it's Days Gone and Persona 5, I need to finish them, but they're just massive
You loved Persona
games.
5 when you came on here and chatted about it.
Yeah, but then I got 40 hours into it, and it never fucking ended.
And the Nancy Nurse as well.
The Nancy Nurse, the Nancy view of Takamaki, however you say it.
The Nancy Teacher.
It's just too much nonsense.
The Nancy Monsters.
The problem is, like, that game oozes style, and the soundtrack is great, the art style is great, just the nonciness really puts me off.
It's too much.
It's too much nonsense.
Too much. It's the only Persona game that's on my backlog. That's the only one I haven't finished.
Yeah.
I can't. It's too much.
The thing is...
And I love 4.
Yeah, the thing is also...
Quest 11 has a few issues.
Also, the thing is...
Not like fucking Persona, man.
Yeah, not like Persona.
Not as bad, but it's still got issues.
The thing is...
Puff is whatever you want it to be.
The thing is, well, when it comes to a JRPG as well, like, about 40 hours is really the limit of my attention span, because ultimately when you're doing turn-based battles, there's only so much you can do to make that exciting.
Yes.
Whereas, like...
Even if the music's bopping, everything's amazing,
it becomes a bit
still a bit
samey
like,
at a point.
Do you know what Persona does wrong in that, especially in 5? It's too Pokemon-like. You've got to completely match his character. There's too much. Like 4 was a perfect story
It's like I can put hundreds of hours into Elden Ring because you're an active participant in the battle rather than it being turn-based. And, it comes down to a level of skill.
Seamless as well. In Elden Ring, you make your own stories from it.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have done stuff in Elden Ring that I've never done, and I've done stuff that you never, you know what I mean? It's a bit different.
Yeah, so...
Everyone does the exact same thing in Persona.
In the exact same order. Yeah,
yeah, get nonced.
The new sequel to Get Shorty.
I can't finish it. I can't finish 5, mate. I know people love it, and I've got Royal as well. I've got the Royal edition.
Like, I'd like to finish 5 just to get off me plate effectively, but it's just like, I'm not going to. I can't put another 20 hours into that game. One, it's
how many people in this school want to fuck kids? Come on, stop it!
Basically, yeah.
Jesus.
It's a shame because I do like a lot of the characters in it. Like, despite how many people perv on it, Anne is a great character. The problem is, people outside the party perv on it, and your fucking cat character pervs on it constantly. Or like Yusuke, he's a really complicated character. I really like him.
Yeah.
I wish Joker had a character though. I get to the point also with JRPGs, silent protagonists. I kind of want them to have a bit of a character to themselves.
So what me and Stig said
Dragon Quest 11. I wish he'd say a fucking word.
He talks in flashbacks, doesn't he?
Dead eyes. He's just dead-eyed. People look at him. He's just like, there's no reaction. He's just no reaction.
But he talks in flashbacks when he's a kid.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's so weird.
So, yeah,
I am glad that a lot of JRPGs that are coming out now, it's like Tales of Arise, which is one of the best ones I've played in the last few years. He fully talks. He's got so much, like he's a bit like Cloud. He doesn't want to be the hero, but he has to be the hero. Kind of I like that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So, but most of my backlog really is my Steam backlog, which is, again, I'm a bit of a humble bundler, but there are some games that are on the backlog that I really do want to play. So kind of roughly alphabetical order. I need to finish Axiom Verge. I'm about halfway through that game. It's one of the best.
Second one's way better.
Well, at the very least, it's one of the best Metroidvanias ever created, and it feels like Metroid. And I think that works really well in its favour.
You've not started 2?
Well, no, because I haven't finished 1, so why would I buy 2 yet?
I'm not going to spoil 2, but it's just a gameplay thing. It does the smartest thing I've ever seen in a game, because some people struggle with Metroidvanias because they can be tough.
Yeah.
And any boss, you can just walk away from them.
Oh, nice.
Literally walk past them and carry on the story.
Condemned Criminal Origins. I've got it, never played it, but I've heard great things about it.
One of those 360 game.
That's like a 360 launch game, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The mannequins.
Yeah, it's great.
Mannequins, yeah.
It's really good.
I've heard very good things about it, and like I said, I got it in Humble Bundle. I've just never played it yet. What else have I got? Dead Cells. I've only done about 3 hours in that. I've only done about 3 hours in it, and I just need... it came out at a time when things were like... I don't know, it was kind of around the time of my divorce. I picked it up, so I didn't get the time to play into it because, life was crazy.
Gadget, right?
I know I'll adore it.
Return to Castlevania is fucking sensational.
I'm sure it is.
It's so good. What is a man? That happens in it.
Brilliant.
A pile of secrets. Oh, it's so good.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I played through played through about half of it when it first came out, and then I got rid of it for some reason. And I just really want to finish it because I just love the Deus Ex franchise.
Yeah, I still enjoy
Never
that.
be as good as the first one. None of them are.
Well, no,
Played them all.
none of them will be, but, you take what you can get.
None of them are
Even
Invisible War
Revolution.
either.
Human Revolution was exceptional. I love that.
What the hell's that?
That
Someone's nicking a car outside.
I can hear it on the mic. Final Fantasy X2.
Mm.
You made me choke there.
I've played through 10 so many times. I've just never played 10-2. Again, I've got the HD edition.
So good.
I've got the HD edition on Steam. I can play it anytime I want. I just never got around to it.
What the fuck's going on outside?
Sorry, just carry on. You can mute him.
I've got up.
Uh,
Stop now, I've got up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's come back on again.
Until this last week, I'd never played Grease, so thank you for that, Stig. That was a big one on my
Have
backlog.
you finished it yet?
Yes, it's excellent. It's incredible. I cried.
Did you like the bit that Stiggy was talking about?
The turtle, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. I
I
always
forgot to put alarm on car. Sorry, guys.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, I'm about 4 hours into it, and I haven't finished it.
It's only like a 10-hour game, mate.
Yeah, I know. Is it? I can't remember. Is it still on Game Pass? Because I was playing it on my Xbox, but I've got it on Steam as well.
It's on PS Plus.
I think it's come off Game Pass now.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried
Yes.
about. It's like, do I have to start the game over again?
It's on PS Plus Tier 2, whatever it's fucking called, whatever that nonsense is.
The big one for me, because everyone talks it up, and again, I played about an hour of it and I didn't get it at the time, but I do want to try, is Outer Wilds. Like, everyone says that game's incredible.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to experience it.
I abandoned it.
Yeah.
It might be sacrilege, but I just started floating around. I was just like, oh, whatever.
Stig, I'm saying, I thought it was fucking garbage.
I wouldn't say it was garbage. I just wasn't enjoying it. I was just like, eh.
It's the jankiest of janks I've ever janked.
Hang on, it's not Fallout 4.
Oh, come on now.
It's not.
I knew that was coming. I was like, they're coming for me.
Steady on there.
I just didn't like it.
Um,
You can scratch that off your list.
I want to play the newest version of the Stanley Parable. So I played the Stanley Parable when it first came out, but they did like a Ultra Deluxe edition last year, which
It's
adds,
completely new, isn't it?
It's completely new. It adds like about 4 hours to the game, and it's just like I adored this game, and I bought it when it came out, and I've just not started. I'm just like, I really should play this.
Yeah, I've got it on Switch.
Super Hot. I never finished Super Hot. I got stuck.
Hot.
Yeah, I got really fucking stuck in it. I'm just going down here. I think I've reached. Okay, so the last one I've got is. Oh, no, sorry. Second to last one I've got Yoku's Island Express. I've got it, never played it, but I've heard it's next to
Love it.
Metroidvania.
Love it.
Well, the last one and the one I want to talk about the most is System Shock, the Enhanced Edition. Now, I played System Shock when it came out. Not when it came out, but like in the 90s when I was a kid. And it's an incredible game. It's one of the early immersive sims. It's super complicated. It's kind of scary, and Showdown is an amazing baddie. And Night Dive did an enhanced edition of it a few years ago. I've had it for ages, and the remake of it comes out in May. And I kind of want to run through the System Shock Enhanced Edition before that, just to remind myself of all that 90s glory.
I like System Shock. I think it's good.
Oh, System Shock's incredible. It's one of the best.
And I'm not even an immersive sim guy, but I think it's simple enough. Because I don't like being let off the reins on some games, me.
It's pretty linear as in Sims.
Yeah, it's more linear. Yeah, that's why I like
I've got it on my
the
Steam list as well.
the first
Not played it.
reboot of Deus Ex was quite linear as well, and I like that about it.
What, Human Revolution?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. So yeah, those are.
The guy that talks like this.
Oh yeah, God, he's a fucking.
I'm a cyborg.
Terrible voice performance on him.
I'm a cyborg, baby. I'll smoke every single second of my life.
That guy.
One of the I want to play through just for the lulz of it, because I know it's a shite game. Two Worlds. Just a really fucking bad open world RPG.
I finished it. I also did the 1 minute run where you can beat it in 1 minute. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
So, just in case you guys don't know, the main crux of Two Worlds is you've got to kill this guy, this baddie. at the beginning of the game, the main baddie walks past you, and if you know that's him because you've beat it before, you can kill him there and then, and the game ends. Because you've won.
That's the same as Far Cry 4, isn't it?
All the Far Cries, I think.
Know.
I think all the Far
Oh,
Cries.
they have an
I think so.
alternative ending, don't they? They have an alternative ending.
If you just
stay.
wait for the guy to come back, you can kill him.
You do it on that one with Joseph Seed is like, leave, and you go, all right. Let's go home. Let's go home.
Yeah, two worlds. Like I remember playing the demo on the
It's
Xbox
funny, mate.
360.
I think you'll like
it's
it.
so fucking jank. It's
I
like
think you'll like it.
one
It's
of the
funny.
worst ones ever made.
Yeah, no, it's not as bad as what were them pirate ones they did? Them pirate RPGs they did.
Oh, I don't know.
They're made by the same people. I can't remember what they were called.
Like Greed,
Yeah.
was it Greedfall?
No, that were all right. That were good. That.
Actually, I just realized one that I have. Again, I've started on the Steam Deck, haven't finished it. Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. It's fucking great. Just other things came out, and I never got around to finishing it.
You play that on your own though.
Yeah, why not?
I don't like playing beat 'em ups on my own.
We've played
It's still a good game though.
Completed it with 6 of us. It's mental.
Yeah, I don't like playing them on. I like Streets of Rage. Like when me and you played it, Gadget, we were laughing all the way through because we thought it was silly.
Yeah.
But I can't play them on my own. I like playing them with other people, and when you can, I just love them beat 'em ups when you've got when you can, actually your mates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Golden Axe.
Yeah, Golden Axe. You knocked me off me fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, that's my list because I'm very aware that we're running on very long.
Mm-hmm. Who's last? Stig?
Yeah, so as before mentioned, books. I've loads on my Kindle, which is why I bought a new one to try and get through some of them. I want to try and touch on like some of the Discworld novels, which I've never read before, and a lot of other fantasy things.
You
So
love fantasy books, you, don't you?
yeah, it's mainly the only thing I read.
Really?
I do read a sci-fi every now and again, but it's
It's not like a biography around.
nah. I hate biographies. Don't care.
Wow.
You'll really enjoy the Discworld novels because they're high fantasy, but in a very silly way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like the stories are functionally really good stories, but
I think they're fantastic.
all the language around them just works really well, and you'll find yourself chuckling away to yourself.
Pratchett's use of the English language is unparalleled. You can't.
It's like
Totally agree.
it's like him and Douglas Adams right up there in absurdist language.
Yeah, like I will swallow a thesaurus today, and this is it.
Like, I'd love to read
Really
The
good.
Wheel of Time, but I just know that I have heard that the later books just start to get really like it's like chapters and chapters describing one tiny thing. It just drawn out.
The irony is
like
nobody.
Tolkien.
The irony is nobody has enough time for the Wheel of Time saga.
No,
It's fucking enormous.
So there's that, and I don't know if they're any good, but they sounded up my street. Malazan Book of the Fallen. There's about 10 books in that. So there's a
Stop picking these 10-book anthologies. Like, don't do that.
no, because what happens when you pick new books is you sit around for 10 years and don't get one. At least I know this is
then it'd be-
finished.
Discworld's 32 books and the author has died. You know there is a limit to that.
Yeah. Same with The Wheel of Time. It ends. The author's died. Like,
Well, weren't there 2 books written by someone else, like Brandon Sanderson or somebody like that?
yeah, he finished off. Like, I'm literally
I
sat.
don't even know what Wheel of Time is.
I'm
I've never
literally
even
sat
heard
with
it.
3 series now, waiting for the author to just hurry the fuck up.
It's what I'm like. I seen like that there was that news story like Christopher Paolini announced a new book. I was like, oh shit, it's going to be the sequel to Sea of Stars. No, it's another fucking Aragon book that he hasn't written for Aragon in 10 years. Like, no.
I might read them as well. Actually, they're on the list.
Yeah, the Aragon books are supposed to be really good.
Like I downloaded
Way
a
better
lot
than
of
the
those.
film.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That film was a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah, I like the first Aragon book.
Yeah, there's a lot of TV and stuff that it's been recommended on here. Mainly is so like Succession is on there.
EastEnders.
Missed It in Between, The Americans, The Newsroom, Severance, Venture Boys. Like, there's a lot of stuff like TV that I will get around to it eventually. It's just I'm on with other things. You know, when you like someone like Succession is like, right, I know that it's really good, but I know that I need to give it my full attention, so I need to like set all the time to sit and watch that.
But you also know that it has a finite end because this is the current season airing is the last season. So you know that when you get to it, there will be 40 episodes to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
Too busy watching Picard, mate.
It's good fun. It's good fun. And Picard's usually like one I kind of watch in the background, but I need to watch this week's actually. It's good fun. Not first 2 series. Not them. Just the 3rd series. And then since I've bought my Steam Deck, my Steam library has magically grown.
It's incredible how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not touching. How many games you got?
I'm not touching Game Pass because that's just games come in and out, and there's games on there that I want to play. I'm not touching the free games I get on Epic. It's free. I add it to my library. I'll probably never touch it, but there's some good ones in there that I've got. I'm not touching them because they're just. I could go forever on them. The ones that I've actually
free,
bought,
aren't they? So they don't count.
The ones I've actually bought on Steam, like I had hardly anything on Steam before I got my Steam Deck. It was like, I'm gonna play that game, I'll buy it, or it might be like a multiplayer game that we play together. Now it's just getting silly. Bought the whole of the Monkey Island saga. Like,
that's a pretty good investment.
Yeah,
worth it.
I've got what else have I bought? Batman Arkham Origins because I'd not played that one, so I thought I might as well play that. I got Blackgate as well.
That's actually pretty good. I played that on the Vita.
Yeah,
that is a Metroidvania, isn't it? That one.
It is.
Control Ultimate Edition. Ghostbusters Remastered.
Really good.
What else have we got in here? And there's a lot of free stuff I've got free as well, which I don't really count.
Don't count the free stuff, guys. It's free.
Nah. There's a lot of point and clicks that I got from a bundle. I've bought all the Resident Evils.
You've played like Beneath the Steel Sky and stuff, the classics, haven't you?
No.
Good one.
I've got one.
So
I've got here the Dig, Indiana Jones ones, Loom.
Yeah, all the scum
Oh,
games,
Loom. Mate. Loom is so good, man.
Loom is great.
Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Don't you dare. They're incredible.
Wait. KOTOR 2 is only good if you put the patch on that fixes it.
I'll make sure to do that.
I've only played the Xbox version, so it worked.
No, there's like about a third of the game was cut out because they ran out of time and someone like reconstituted it all and put it all back in there.
On PC, is there?
Yeah, on PC. Like you can go to
Don't make me play a PC game.
You go to Mandalore, man.
Shut up.
Yeah,
it's destroyed.
No, you go back.
But yeah, it's growing a lot faster than I can keep up with. It's not as big as some people I know have got it, but I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The problem with doing the Humble Bundle thing as well is I forget I've got games. Like I've just realized I have Back 4 Blood on Steam. I had no idea I bought that. It came with a Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
I've got like 500 odd games and I only remember buying about half of them.
I also have...
I'm gonna get you that Fast and Furious game and gift it to you.
I have 15 hentai and sex games.
What's your favourite?
Not touched any of them. Not because I bought them, but because people buy them. It's a silly thing we've got where we buy shitty like 69p to £1 games, but they're sat there in the category called Birthday Badness. So I got some more this week. Yeah, just I don't know if I'll ever play them for a joke or not, but yeah, they're there. I try to hide that though.
Must be nice.
My biggest backlog is films, not modern films.
Even though you've probably watched more films than all of us, it's still your backlog.
Yeah. Not modern films, because modern films I tend to keep up with. So the last few years, I'm pretty good at keeping up with what's coming out. I think I watched about 90 of the new releases from last year.
Jesus Christ.
And how many have watched this year?
No wonder you've got so many games. You're just watching films all day.
Yeah. I have watched how many films from this year? So 87 was from I watched last year's.
It's April. I meant 87.
No, that was last year. No, this year I've watched 16 of this year's releases. But yeah, so I have a watch list, and if it piques my interest, then I'll add it. If it's an old film that I really want to get back to, I'll add it. And it's currently sat at 755 films. This is including ones to come out as well.
You're never going to get round to them all, are you?
Could do. It's only like 2 years worth of films if I watch one a day.
Yeah, but they keep making films.
What happens in those two? Yeah, I was about to say they keep making them in that 2 year.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to prison.
So there's some really popular films in that though. It isn't just random.
Don't upset me.
Yeah. So 7 Samurai, Not seen that.
Oh, fucking sensational.
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, what?
I've seen
mate.
that.
I watched that last year.
It's one of the best films ever made.
Cinema Paradiso, Apocalypse Now.
So good.
Oh, mate, get that watched.
No, I wouldn't recommend Apocalypse Now. It's 4 hours of misery.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. I want to watch it. Pass of Glory, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, man, mate.
Wow.
These are big hitters, these.
Dead Poet Society, Good Will Hunting. I'm going by I've moved.
Carpe Diem, seize the day.
Yeah, I've moved it into on my letterbox on my list to the highest rated ones to see what's up there. But yeah, there's loads of old like classics that I want to get around to watching as well. What else have we got in here? Big hitters. Unforgiven.
Oh,
You can't go off about me not seeing Rocky anymore.
Yes, I can. Yes, I
No,
can.
you fucking can't.
Yes, I can.
You haven't seen
He
Seven
can.
Samurai?
Unforgiven.
Yeah, but I'll get
You
around
haven't
to
seen There
this.
Will Be Blood.
No, he ain't.
I have actually.
I'm fuming.
I've seen an hour of that, but I fell asleep and for some reason. I just didn't go back to it.
You fell asleep. I couldn't stop.
Yeah,
was
I
glued
decided
the
to start
tab.
it at like 11 at night.
It's not quick, is it?
Wait, that.
No.
It's got Dano in it, and you know what he's like.
Trust me, I know this
Amazing.
Police Story that's on there, Biggie.
It's good.
Oh, mate.
Trust
So
me,
good.
I know
Get that watched.
there is a hell of a
ASAP.
lot, but it goes on and on and on. Like it goes all the way down to like real just shitty 1980s random horrors
I
and
think
stuff.
I'm opposite to you. I think I'm opposite. I've seen more old films than new films. I like fell off films as I got older, but I've seen all fucking big hitters.
No,
I'm like
I used to be a big cinephile.
60s, 70s,
like
80s.
Stiggy.
I was.
There's a lot here
That's
actually.
like-
I've gone right to the end to see what's on there, and there's some of them which I know I'm just not going to bother watching.
It'll be like I've never seen Wizard of Oz.
Of course, I've seen Wizard of Oz. No, there's some real like shit ones on here that might just because I'm trying to complete a collection.
Have you ever seen Terror on Bloodfart Lake?
No,
Ice spiders.
no, do not plan on seeing any of them. But yeah, films is. I mean, there's plenty of games, plenty of games, but I don't start a new game really until I've finished what I'm on.
Good lad.
The only one I've got that I've dropped off, which I will go back to, is Elden Ring. I just got a bit burnt out on it.
That's understandable. It's easy to get burnt out on them. But, you should shouldn't take a biggie.
I mean, I've played
That
Elden Ring.
game
I haven't played
punishes
Elden Ring
me,
for a
man.
year at this point.
The first
It's
time I
hard.
played Dark Souls, I beat it in 2 weeks, mate.
Yeah, but you
Good for
completed
you.
the game in like 2 days.
And I'm not
It's not part of the
grinding. I'm
argument.
just literally loading the game up and playing it for the moment I last played it. I don't even remember where I am when I'm playing it.
It's 'cause you're not
I don't
playing
remember
it
the
consistently.
controls.
You're a terrible streamer.
Or maybe you should start a new character and start from the beginning again.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Why
you'll
don't you
remember the
Demon
context.
Souls, the remaster?
Oh no, don't do that to him
Huh?
because it'll take a fucking hour to get back to the bosses every time he dies.
I just
Yeah.
wanted him to go, where's the bonfire? There aren't any.
So I do start new games, but I work around what I'm playing. It's ones that I know I'm not going to drop off. So I've got 4 games on at the go at the moment, but I know that I'll go between them ones and finish them off before I. And it's
Having the Steam Deck super handy for that because like I'm playing Resident Evil and Dredge at the minute, and it means
Yeah,
that
me too.
whatever I'm in the mood in, I can pick up whichever controller suits me.
They're a nice juxtaposition, them games.
They are, and I've also got Midnight Suns on my PC, but I'm giving up on that because I fucking hate it.
yeah. I've stopped playing Hogwarts Legacy to play Resident Evil, but that's one I can easily just go back to and finish off once I've done Resident Evil. Like I've
Yeah,
got
It's not difficult, is it?
no, and it's like because Resident Evil is 10 to 15 hours long, depending on what you do. And once I've done that, I'll go back to the bigger game and finish that off. So, yeah,
8 hours long.
that's
Oh,
why.
actually, that's
it's
just
not
reminded-
8. It's like 8 hours long if you know where you're going.
Yeah.
I've never
That just
played
reminds me.
before,
Actually, I
so-
should have put this on my thing. I still haven't finished Hi-Fi Rush yet. Not
No,
because
never-
I
I
don't want to
never have.
finish, because I just keep getting
Which
distracted.
one's that?
That's the what do you call it? Tango Gameworks one, the beat matching one with Jai.
The one I'll never get to play. 'cause
The one that you'll never get to play
stuck on
'cause
a
you need an
shit
Xbox.
console.
Oh, somebody's salty.
Baby
My
sad.
dad made that game. My dad made that game, and I'm not allowed to play it.
But yeah, that's me really. It's films.
Last Shinji thing at Tango.
Fuck's sake.
Lots
Not allowed to play it.
and lots of films. Lots of foreign films as well.
Yeah.
I've kind of got that with like the Korean films, like everything that kind of John Cheatham was talking about. Like, there's loads of shit I want to see, but I just never get to it.
Mm-hmm. There's so many good Korean films, though, man. They know how to fucking make.
Damn it, Korea! Stop it! Grow
They
up.
know how to make a fucking film. Those guys, they fucking hell, man.
Grow up and give us a
few
chance
this
to
week.
get captured at the quarter.
Fuck. Oh.
Just started watching the Villainess. I need to go back to that.
Oh, so good.
The opening to that is very impressive.
I know, mate. I know. Oh, yeah. Right. Do we have any feedback?
We
at
do.
all?
We do. We have a few bits of feedback. First up, we have your latest Squeeze Oodles, Rob Jones.
I like that, man.
You'll like him even more after this one. I keep waiting for the perfect conditions to get into Sandman on Netflix. The kids have a habit of interrupting whenever I press play on anything, so watching it in 10-minute segments doesn't seem to be fair to the source material.
You need to focus on Sandman.
You do, actually. It's very good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Still not finished it.
Xenos,
Fucking
or
mutant.
as Biggie keeps writing, Xenon, has said...
What, like the bulbs?
Where's that come from?
I don't know. You're probably auto-correcting. I just find it funny every week. It
Yeah,
says
it must be,
Xenon,
yeah.
not Xenos.
Change your name, Xenos, to Xenon, the gas.
Yeah, it's much easier for me.
On Steam, frankly, too many games to list. Fair. On my Switch, I've got Neo, The World Ends With You as a birthday present in 2021 and
good,
didn't touch
mate.
it until I finished Bravely Default 2 last year. I've started it now, but I'm only a few hours in, and I got Persona 5 as a Christmas present, which I'm not likely to play until I finish Neo. And then I got the
Nonsense
Metroid
that.
Prime Remastered last month. So to be fair, I have an excuse for taking that one slowly because I'm terrible at aiming with analog sticks. I need motion controls to be good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Metroid Prime's fantastic. That's how you fucking remake a game. I'll remaster.
It's not a
a
remake,
game.
it's a remaster, isn't it? It's just not
Remaster, yeah. The fucking the atmosphere on Metroid Prime. Fuck me.
Very good. I've got it
That's
on
it,
my
I
Steam
can't
Deck.
play
I keep popping in and out of it.
It's so fucking good. Like the text logs and stuff like that. And that's like, I forgot that when I played that on the GameCube, that how fucking deep the story is in that game. It's sensational.
So next up, based on the thing that Stig just retweeted that I've seen come up on my watch, this is now out of date because Cult Connection said, I have the Shaw Brothers box set untouched, and he's just tweeted to say that he's started watching it.
What's he on about?
The Shaw Brothers. I don't know
The
what
martial
it is.
art movies.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what they are.
So it goes on to say, I haven't felt in the mood. However, I know once I watch the first one, then I'll crack on with them. Also, I always have an ever-expanding list of stuff to watch for the podcast. Of course, the obvious solution would be to combine the two, which he appears to have done because, like I say, he's just tweeted to say that he's done exactly that.
I always imagine like
They're like
I imagine like
70s
Biggie
martial
having a
art
dojo.
movies.
He has a dojo and he watches all these fucking karate films in his dojo. That's why he blocks his door, because behind that door.
The Wu-Tang Clan sampled a lot of the Shaw Brothers stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Plantier said, my backlog is everything. Try having a podcast that means you have to watch a different film twice every week. Add to that, I've been listening to Modern Escapism for over a year. I've been a patron for 10 months. And every week I find something new recommended by my pals on the podcast every week. Not ice spiders, though, obviously.
Oh, don't know what he's missing.
Oh, he does.
He does.
He's watched enough shite films, bless him plenty.
I don't think I've ever watched anything Candy's recommended.
Apart from Bloodfart Lake.
I mean, I didn't necessarily recommend that one. I'm more inflicted.
No, you did
it
warn
on.
me. You
Yeah,
did
more
warn me it was
inflicted.
shite. You did warn me it was shite.
My backlog, amongst others, involves 3 seasons of Succession, 3 series of Ghosts, the last lot of The Detectorists.
What's Ghosts?
Ghost is a
It's
Ghosts is
really, really
actually.
good. Yeah.
It's a BBC kind of sitcom.
Oh, there, yeah. Stop there.
Basically, a couple buy a manor house. She gets
And Patrick Swayze's there.
she gets a bump to the head, and she see that when she wakes up, she starts to see the ghosts of the people who have died in the house over the many years.
Is it a Shyamalan show?
No, it's funny. It's really funny. It's
It's a comedy.
It's done by the people who did Horrible Histories.
I don't know what that is. The books?
the TV series for kids? Do you take zero
Is it
interest
books?
in your children's life?
They don't watch BBC. I don't have a TV license. Pal.
Fair enough. Anyway, carrying on, 3 series of
I don't know
ghosts.
if I've ever mentioned that before.
The last
Kurt.
lot
I don't
of...
think I've ever mentioned it.
This is planned.
No, I'm just saying Kurt. He knows.
The last lot of The Detectorists, a Christmas and a Christmas special. All but the first 2 Fast and Furious films. Every Oscar film from 1942 to 1973. Rachel's list of 30-odd 80s horror films we haven't seen, and a book by some bloke called Michael Downey. Never heard of
Great
him.
book.
Never heard
Great
of him.
book.
He's probably a cunt.
Logan Prophecies, great book. Read it twice. Good book.
He also goes on to say, I might get round to them if Disney stops releasing quality Marvel and Star Wars content straight to streaming. That said, I did catch up with Do Dragons Dream a score cheap this week, so that's something.
It's a great show.
Yes, mate.
Great
Also,
show.
can you send me your feedback next time? Because if Stiggy's away,
Yeah,
He'll still send you it because he's that good.
send it to Biggie because
Stig's a pro.
Even if you were away, Stig, you'd still do it. You'd still send it to him.
oh yeah,
Last
still got Wi-Fi, won't I?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Last up, Angry Kurt says, I'm not counting anything in Steam because if you don't have a backlog of games on Steam, you're not doing Steam properly.
Correct.
Truth.
Clearly, I'm not. Clearly, I'm not. I've got 6 games on Steam.
You don't have anything
Yeah,
to
but
play it on.
you vomit every time you consider playing with a mouse and a keyboard.
I played the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster on Steam.
Yeah, but they don't count. They could run on a fucking toilet.
I don't know why that really tickled me.
my
It's not
toilet.
necessary, mate.
Yeah,
Well,
apart
that
from
would mean-
candies.
Don't be,
Get some
don't be
severe
mean
frame
to
drops
some-
on Candy's toilet.
I've got Chrono Trigger as well on there on Steam.
He goes on to say, I wouldn't say there are any major must plays that I want to play that I haven't already, but my Switch backlog, I have all the Zelda games I've missed that I want to go through, which includes Ocarina of Time, which I guess is a must play, and I own that on 3DS. I also have digitally on Switch Invisible Ink and Horus that I want to play. Horus is really good. Oh, actually, Invisible Ink is really good.
It's so good. I love Invisible
Probably like
Ink. It's
stealth
so
action
good.
game.
I got that free on PS4 once.
I got it in a Humble
Plus.
Bundle.
Oh, it's so good, Invisible Ink. It's a bit like XCOM, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. On PlayStation, there's just Spider-Man Miles Morales, Astrobot.
So good.
Astrobot and Sackboy's Big Adventure, which I own but not played. All 3 are good, to be fair. But
Yeah,
Miles
I
Morales
like
especially
Astrobot's
is
really
brilliant.
Yeah, Miles Morales. It's better than the original Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think films where I have the biggest backlog, but I don't own many films, and there are lots of classics I've not seen. I could give Gadget a run for his money on that front. Off the top of my head, there is the rest of the Rocky films, Goodfellas, 12 Years a Slave, Moonlight, a few Tarantino films, and many more. At least I've got the MCU films off my plate now.
It does.
Yeah, until next one.
Yeah, but
He's actually in front of me.
yeah, he's in front of me as well now.
Mm-hmm. He's a master. He's
Wow.
the expert.
So he's no longer the never watched.
I weren't paying money for Quantum Mania, mate. No Not a prayer. Not now I know something about a specific character in it that I thought was a joke, but it's not a joke, is it?
What, Modoc?
His reaction. He was like, I thought it was a joke. I was like, no. He's like, what?
I thought it was just a bad Photoshop job. Terrible.
Yeah, that's the feedback, Googles.
Fantastic. Last one for me as well. I've never seen Quantum of Solace. James Bond.
Don't
You're
worry
not
about
missing
it.
anything.
I've seen all of us. I've seen every other Bond that everyone says you're not missing much on.
Don't worry about it.
The only reason to watch Quantum of Solace is if, like Candy, you're obsessed with Mads Mikkelsen.
I am a bit.
He's not in that one.
No, he's not in that one. He's in Casino
That's Casino
Royale.
Royale.
He's in Casino Royale, isn't it?
I thought he was in
So there's
Quantum.
literally no reason to watch it.
Oh, there's no reason to watch it at all.
Olga Kurylenko in it though.
That's Casino Royale, isn't it?
No.
I
It
don't
doesn't matter.
remember.
Don't watch it. It's shit.
It's so beige. It's just nothing
Yeah,
happens.
okay.
There's only
I can leave it then.
There's 8 seconds of good film in that where there's the really big explosion at the end, and that's it.
There's only one Bond, Pierce Brosnan. Let's go.
I think people would disagree with you for that one.
Best looking Bond in it, Candy.
Oh yeah.
Best Bond,
Oh,
Pierce
yeah.
Brosnan.
100%.
For England, James.
For England, James. Right, yes. If you want to support us and help us, please go to modernescapism.co.uk. You can find everything we do, links to everything, and please support us by becoming a patron. You're going to get Kenny Potter coming very, very soon. You've got Too Faff coming at a pace now. Man, the pace.
You watch Hobson Shaw yet?
Whipping them.
Listen, Biggie, right? Kenny Potter comes out in June, so you've got till June to get them both.
Watch it.
Both watched and reviewed.
2 fucking films, mate. 2 fucking films.
I might watch it after this pod. There you go.
Do it, you'll hate it.
It's not that bad.
Great.
Hobson Shaw's a laugh, mate.
It's not the worst one. There's plenty I got angry about.
No, not compared to the... Yeah, but it's more like a superhero film.
It's daft.
Yeah, because Idris Elba's like...
That scene...
It's like a weird sci-fi
that
film.
scene between like the double mirror... Where they go,
that was funny. I
the
like
2
that.
corridors, yeah. That's
Come on,
great.
Dame Ellen Mirren is fine.
I fucking hate Ellen Mirren's contribution.
She's so fine, though. She's so hot.
I'm having a fucking cup of tea.
I really would still absolutely have a go on Ellen Mirren. I'm telling you now. Absolutely.
End this podcast.
End it now!
But yes, please support us being a patron. You can get loads of good content. It's fantastic. That is a podcast. If you are not a patron, you will not see us in the green room, and you are a tight shit. So this has been a podcast. Don't make us your backlog. Good night.
Bye. Biggie, why does your head look different? Oh, you got different headphones on.
Stig asked him other day, because have you done something to your hair? he's just not got headphones on.